Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 24, I think, of Lost Judgment. And you'll see that this is not our normal starting space. In fact, the game is paused because what happened between last episode and this one is exactly what I said. What I did is I jumped in early this morning and said, boy, I'm not sure that I even want to record however many tries it's going to take to get past this motorcycle race, and then promptly pass it on my third try. So big shout out to Ruination Ronin, who correctly predicted it wouldn't take all that many times. Just a quick recap, it was on the first race, the Suo just blew right past Yagami and beat him again. On the second attempt, the group of 24 bikers, whatever it is at the beginning, successfully disabled Yagami's bike, and on the third try, I basically just continuously hammered Suo and would not let him get ahead of Yagami at any point, and we won the race. And that brings us to this exact moment. This pause screen, assuming that the PlayStation doesn't crash or nothing else unusual happens, as soon as I unpause it, this is the, right where Yagami is winning. This is as far as I've seen, so we will continue and pick up with the story right where we left off right now. Oh, and with the losses, I also learned that even when you lose, you pick up a little bit of money, so I might have a little bit more cash than I did last time, but it was just the 2 additional tries.
What?
No way, Suo-san actually lost?
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
Suo.
Looks like I won.
Hey.
Admit it, you lost. The rule is absolute, isn't it?
Huh.
Oh, hello to Markintosh. And Ricardinho. I hope you've both had a nice Saturday. Got a chance to watch a bunch of Ricardinho earlier.
Yagami.
You won, Yagami, as promised. I'll give up the rep seat to you.
Yagamichi!
Our new rep!
Whoa.
I'll follow you forever.
Yagami.
I've got the hots for ya!
We'll just let her speak to herself.
Welcome to the beef zone.
Allow me to recommend the Beef Zone in Kamurocho for your victory party.
Yagamichi!
Let's take a picture to cap off the celebration.
Huh?
A picture?
Yeah.
We're all here. Might as well strike that pose we always do. Come on, everyone.
Huh.
Man, that one, huh? Okay, I guess we're doing it. Oh, hello to... Oh, that's a really good picture. So just very quickly for Ronin, big shout out to you. You were absolutely correct about it not taking all that many tries. There were 2 additional tries that took place off stream, followed by 1, which we picked up. Just like I said, we suspended the game right there and then picked it up right here. So yeah, it wasn't all that bad. I was just sort of feeling run down at the end of last episode. Anyway, hell yeah. And also, a number of them look like really surprised and displeased. So there you go.
Yagami.
Yagami. I never thought I'd lose, but that was a fun race. I'm satisfied. Really, I should also probably stand up before my knees dislocate. Maiden Heaven is truly a heaven for street racers, and you'll be their protector now. I'm fine with becoming the vice rep or something, and just sitting back and enjoying the races. Well, Suo, about that.
Huh?
What? It gradually gets up. I'm about to do something important. You stay quiet and watch. Huh?
All right, people. I know this is sudden, but here's my orders. As your 4th rep, this one's gonna be my first and my last.
Wait, first and last?
From the moment I joined Made in Heaven, every race I've had has taught me something new. And you know what? These death races really are thrilling, but they come at too steep a price. Personally, I don't like seeing friends and allies get hurt, and I sure as hell don't want them dying in accidents. We can't let the tragedy that befell Reiji Murasaki to happen ever again. Everyone here has learned some painful lessons. A loved one's death is an endless cycle of grief you have to work to break. Rina Minagawa and Ghost, that is, Dan Murasaki, their lives were derailed after Reiji's death. That's why I've made my decision. As of today, Made in Heaven is disbanded.
What? Disbanded? What do you mean, Yagamichi?
I mean just what I said. No more death races that cost too many lives.
What the hell, man? We're breaking up the club, and that's tantamount to severing our ties as friends. Yeah, Yagamichi, what's gotten into you?
I already told you. I don't want to see my friends get hurt, or worse, die. And that's final.
If you do that, it's like... everything we've done will be for nothing.
No, man. Not as long as we have each other's backs. Even if Made in Heaven fades into nothing but a legend, we'll always remember the bonds we've made over doing crazy shit. The biker spirit lives on. That's what'll keep us connected, even without the team. No matter where life takes us.
Yagamichi.
And just so you know, this is what Reiji would have wanted. This is the legacy he couldn't see to the end. Ride toward tomorrow, was it? Then we should accept his will as our inheritance, and ride out. Not toward death, but to tomorrow, carrying hope in our hearts. Do you see why it's up to us to fulfill his final wish to disband Made in Heaven? I know you do.
Well, we did have some good times together. So if that's what you believe in, then I'll follow. You're right. Our bond is forever. Yeah, I'm down with what Yagamichi says too.
Ride toward tomorrow. Well, I can see how it goes.
Yeah, now that I think about it, that was what you were trying to tell us while we raced.
Everyone, thank you for understanding. What?
I won't accept this. Yagami, you traitor! You're really gonna take racing away from me?
Suo.
Don't fuck with me! I refuse to recognize this bullshit. I won't allow it disbanding!
You do know what you're saying, right? This from the guy who kept harping on about his one rule being absolute? And now you're gonna break it yourself?
Shut your damn mouth! I won't let you ruin what I've done. Not today. I'll make you reinstate Made in Heaven, even if it's by force.
Fine. If that's what you want, let's go. But don't let me catch you holding back.
Quick reminder for everyone, Suo is in high school. I know he doesn't look like it, but... How come Yagami goes down when he gets kicked in the nuts? Suo doesn't. Oh, okay. Hold on, I very much want the camera to pan up to see if everyone is still in their pose, because as Azric pointed out, they were in it all throughout Yagami's speech as well.
Suo.
Do you understand now what's been the most important thing to you? You always claimed the rule was what was truly important, but that's not the case, is it? It was just racing. Racing meant more than anything to you.
What?
You threw away everything else to protect it. You threw away the rule you admired so much. You even threw away your pride. Yep, they're still down there squatting. And you know all that. And you still... What's happening? You still want to take it from me? You still gonna take racing away? My only joy?
Yeah.
I am.
Damn it!
Why? Why take it away? Why? Tell me. It's not that I want to take away your joy. That's not it at all, Suo. Well, what then?
Suo.
There's no true joy in a race that puts your life on the line. At least, there shouldn't be. Don't you see? You clung to these death races so you could turn your eyes away from your despair. The death races were a false joy. False joy?
Yeah.
Yes, that's right. You abandoned what you were really looking for. You used the death race as an escape, but the happiness they gave you was fleeting.
What?
I don't know, you seemed pretty content until you showed up, Yagami. Suo, what you were really looking for was behind a giant wall in your mental psyche. And you know about that giant wall. You're just afraid of confronting it.
No way!
You think I'm afraid? It's motocross.
Oh.
Motocross was what you really wanted to do, but your mother didn't let you. That's where you got the joy of racing, the joy of life itself, right? Yeah, that's all true. You saw through everything.
Yeah, that's right.
There was no way I could forget the sheer pleasure of riding that thing. Motocross was my life. Challenging people to races was my favorite thing in the world. I was told to forget it, but that was impossible. It was always inside me, even as I played the part of a good student.
Suo-kun!
I'm here too. Why don't we go back to school? I can try to convince your mother to let you do motocross again.
Hey,
Hey, listen, Yagami and old man Sayama. Why do you think I became the discipline committee leader? Why? Because I got frustrated seeing others able to live freely.
damn it!
They had things I didn't have. They got to enjoy freedom. That's why I wanted to crack down on them. Throw the rule book at them. Oh, I see. That does explain it.
Yeah, that's right.
Deep down, I didn't actually care about those stupid school rules. I was just frustrated seeing others be happy and free. Oh, Suo-kun.
Hey.
Hey, Suo. Don't you think it's about time you start riding towards tomorrow?
What?
We're talking about how some rules are stupid. You set a stupid rule for dealing with your mother. You are telling her what she wants to hear, letting her see only what she wants to see. That's a rule you imposed upon yourself.
What?
Markin's asking, did they run out of voiceovers? Yeah, there's not a lot of consistency to when they do and don't have the voice actors in the studio. It's another rule you need to break, so you can look forward. You can start riding towards your tomorrow. Yagami.
What should I do?
It's no good trying to fix that situation. I can't even mention racing in front of her. If I did, she wouldn't even look at me again.
Yagami-san!
Suo-kun's mother is a tough case, as I've said. Remember, I tried to talk to her about it a number of times, but nothing worked. I've got an idea. It's time for your mother to wake from her dream, Suo. To help her, we're gonna have to take some drastic measures. I bet it involves Suo being blonde and dressed in this. Yep, dressed in his white suit to meet his mother. Yes.
Excuse me.
I'm Yagami, a friend of Yuma-kun. Oh, one of Yu-chan's nice little buddies. I'm sorry, but Yu-chan's at cram school right now.
Can I help you?
What? Wait, Yuchan? What is this? What's with that outfit? It's not Halloween. Oh, dear.
Please.
Ma'am, I'm asking you as Yuma-kun's friend. Will you allow him to pick up motocross again? What a complete non sequitur. Like, this woman was in there, like, I don't know, watching television or getting ready to take a bath, maybe like folding some sheets and putting them away or talking to a friend. And all of a sudden, like, some random dude shows up. Hey, by the way, can your son do motocross?
Oh, but
Excuse me?
what's all this?
What are you talking about? My Yuchan outgrew those bikes long ago. He doesn't have any interest in them anymore. He's so busy with his studies.
No.
Is that true? Do you really believe Yuma-kun himself wants
What
that?
are you saying?
Of course he does. Yuchan wants to go to a great college and get a good job at a good company. So you can show him off to his deadbeat father.
What is this?
Who do you think you are? That's a very good question, Yagami. This is extremely forward. Mom, What?
But even so,
I want to do motocross. I want to race again. Please. I'll keep studying, but please let me race. Yuchan, it's been so tough on you studying for those exams. I'm sure you're tired. If you get some rest, I'm sure you'll forget this crazy notion.
no way.
Mom. Guess it's time for the drastic measure. Oh, Yagami's gonna kung fu fight her now. Are you sure about this, Yagami-san?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. No, he's gonna call the father. I am. Do it.
Get out!
Excuse me, if you're quite finished with this nonsense, then please leave. Yuchan has more studying to do. Looks like they're here. Oh, no, did he call Made in Heaven instead? That makes more sense than calling the father.
What on earth? I'm sorry, but just what is going on here?
Please, ma'am!
Huh?
Please, let our rep, Suo-san, get into motocross.
Oh yeah! His skills are the bomb! The guy nearly explodes all over the track!
Besides, the geeky version of Suo is super lame. But he's a star when he's going full throttle.
What?
Don't you get it? These people are his friends. They recognize what you've been refusing to see.
But this is all nonsense.
No, Yuma-kun's just that good behind the handlebars. His talent's what drew all these admirers. Everybody knew him as a pro on the bike, an unbeatable one at that. But the death races he excelled in are highly dangerous things. These gangs put their lives on the line. And the only reason Yuma-kun got mixed up in all that is because you kept him from what he loved. Time and time again, you refused to acknowledge his pain.
You're lying. All lies.
You're just gonna close your eyes and deny it?
Okay, sorry, I don't usually pause during cutscenes, but wow, Deanna on Fire has raided over with a party of 49. Hello to everyone. Hello to Blong0234. Hello to Patrickor, I'm gonna go with. J Boogie, Catclaw, Country 2778. Hello to Drienne, and J Boogie again, KBLDN. Ricardio is putting in W's. You guys, hello everyone. We are so, oh my god, no goodness. Hi everyone. We are very, very deep into Lost Judgment, and we are just wrapping up a major school story. As you can tell from the episode count, we're pretty deep into it, and Yagami here is settling up between Suo, who you see there on the left-hand side, dressed in his very fine white suit, and his mom, who you see over there on the right, facing away from the camera. So, hello to everyone. I hope that you guys had a fantastic stream. Drienne, if you could do some shout-outs, especially for yourself, for Azric, and for Deanna on fire. It would be very, very much appreciated. You guys, hello, and thank you so much for coming by. We're going to unpause the cutscene here, but I'll be happy to catch you all up as we go through it.
Look at what he had to go through. What's the better option here? Accepting reality or letting your son throw his life away?
How can I accept such a thing?
Mom, like it or not, this is who I am.
Yu-chan.
It didn't matter if I played the good student or the strict disciplinary committee member. That's what was a lie. The truth is, my bike was always in the back of my mind. I couldn't forget it if I wanted to. And this has nothing to do with Dad either. I've always loved motocross from the bottom of my heart. So please, don't take away the one thing I dream of doing. Don't take away my freedom!
I just can't.
Mom, I need you to understand. Look at me!
Thank you guys so much for the follows as well.
I'm sorry, Yu-chan. Forgive me. I actually did know about all this. I knew how you felt all this time.
Then, is it okay if I just do some motocross? No gang stuff this time.
You go right ahead, dear. As your mother, I want what's best for you. And if it makes you happy, then follow your dream.
So I really like the idea that a whole bunch of people came in and this is the very first amount of Lost Judgment they've ever seen. Thank you very much to the follows too. So I went with Petrichor, but there's an X in there as well. Also Blong0234 and Deanna on Fire. Thank you guys very, very much for the follows. So we're probably gonna get some more cutscenes as we go through here. Lost Judgment is it's a detective / lawyer story, just very much steeped in mystery. And this is the second game in the series, the second and most recent game in the series. And one of the sort of divisions in the game is where there's a main storyline that's about a capital murder and a revenge plot about like a high school bully and the father of a student who committed suicide, and there's a lot of very very serious themes going on in it. There's a whole other side of the game that sort of runs parallel to that, where Yagami is a volunteer at a local high school and he's interacting with the students, and particularly their school clubs. And this particular one was the motorcycle club, where a student who was previously on the disciplinary committee had suddenly sort of gone rogue and become a delinquent and was running this motorcycle gang, and Yagami was attempting to find out what had happened. Like, why did this student suddenly go off the rails and start being in charge of this motorcycle gang? And you guys came in like right at the climax of that, the reveal to his mom that what he really wanted to do was to race motocross, and he was using this underground street racing gang as sort of a substitute because his mom wouldn't let him do that. Believe it or not, Suo in the white suit there is like 17. It doesn't look like it, but so he is. And Drienne is saying, I met Deanna rating to her stream earlier today. Go Hybrid recommends her. Excellent. She was playing Don't Starve for the first time. Oh, fun. Yeah, so Drienne and Mia were playing some Don't Starve together earlier today, along with Dre and... Was Zaja in there? There's a lot of voices, and I sort of like lose track of which voice belongs to who. But I'm very, very glad that Drienne was able to raid over. If anyone here is not yet following Drienne Levode, I highly recommend it. They're a fantastic streamer and are currently going through the Walking Dead series, a game that it's their favorite franchise of all time, the Telltale Walking Dead franchise, and they're currently going through and doing what is termed a scumbag run, where they're intentionally trying to make all of the worst available choices, including sometimes making good choices, because they know that it will at least lead to worse things down the line. Dre, Tristan, and Mia. Okay, I wasn't sure if Jadra or somebody else was in there. Drin was very helpful today. Fun game. I played for a little over 5 hours. If I can ask Deanna, which character were you? I have tried out, and we're going to continue with Lost Judgment here in just a second. I've tried out, Wilson, and then the robot dude, and was very unsuccessful. But it was a very, very, very fun game. So it sounds like you're having as much fun as I did. So that's awesome to hear. Now, what I suspect will happen when we press X is that Yagami is investigating these school stories on behalf of the Mystery Research Club. It's one of the clubs at the school, and it's run by a young woman named Amasawa, who is, I think, undisputably the smartest person in the entire story. She is also rather on the naive side. I think that it's been established that she's about 18 and getting ready to graduate, but is she has a lot of book smarts, and she's very, very good at like deductive reasoning, but not so good at like the like moment to moment of personal interaction sometimes. So we'll probably see her come up. Deanna's saying I was playing as Dwight Fairfield from Dead by Daylight. Oh, is that? But it was Don't Starve, yes? Oh, and thank you very much to the follow for Country 2778. Centrifugal Force. Hello to Force. Does a cool kickflip like Yagami into chat, and then Drienne says a fan-made character from the Steam Workshop. Oh, okay. Yeah, I hadn't seen that. I didn't know that there were like workshop items in there. It was a mod so that I could add it into the game. That's very cool. I didn't know that they did mods for Don't Starve Together. No, wait, yes I did, because Drienne and friends were talking about that. Anyway, so we're going to hit next. You can see here that I'm actually ranked up on everything. Like, we are basically at the end of the school stories. This will be the last time that I just sort of bring this up. Significant story spoilers. However, Lost Judgment is a PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 exclusive, so if you don't have the console, unfortunately I cannot offer hope for playing on PC. Aside from that, it's a very, very interesting series. We'll jump into it here. Wow, so that's what happened. Yep. Made in Heaven was disbanded, and Suo can chase his motocross dreams for the time being. That's great to hear. Oh, right on time.
What?
Suo-kun? I figured I would ask him directly. Suo-kun, you too use the underground site to keep in touch with the professor. So just a quick point of like catching everybody up. The professor is a mysterious underground figure that Amasawa and the Mystery Research Club have been trying to unmask. The professor runs an illicit website on the darknet where students can go to make requests, often of the illicit or illegal variety, getting answers to tests or wishing vengeance on people they don't like, and a shady character called the Professor seems to be granting these wishes, often in exchange for money or other services of an undescribed site. So Amasawa has been trying to track down the Professor, and I believe with the resolution of the motorcycle club here, that's going to be all the information we need to take the next step in that investigation.
No.
Underground site. I've never seen it, never had any interest, but I got a letter, most likely from the Professor.
Huh?
Really? A letter? Suo, what do you mean by that? An anonymous accusation was delivered to the Discipline Committee. The sender was Professor M.
If I were to guess...
Prof. M. Yes. Oh, sorry. That could mean the Professor. Maybe M is his first initial? Could it be Moriarty? The letter revealed that some Serio students had joined Made in Heaven and were driving recklessly day in and day out. And there was this photo with the letter. There was a picture of the Serio students driving around with Made in Heaven. So, you read this accusation and went to negotiate directly with Made in Heaven?
Yeah.
Yes. When I saw the photo, I couldn't just sit on my ass and do nothing. Maybe that's what the sender wanted, to spur you into action.
Eh?
What?
In other words,
The Professor might have sent the letter knowing it would ignite all the desires Suo had kept suppressed. That might be true, Yakami. I do remember the letter saying another thing. It said, are you sure you want things to stay this way? That's pretty deep.
Yeah.
They sure made it seem like the sender knew me.
Hey,
Markintosh is asking, do I need to enable dark mode for the dark web? I think that comes pre-installed. I think it mutes all the tones so that everything looks very sinister on the dark web. But Yagami, there's something off here. The accusation letter was sent to the committee members through the suggestion box. And the suggestion box itself is inside the school. Someone outside the school wouldn't have access to it.
Can't be.
So then, the sender is someone from school? There's no way to be sure of it, but... Is there anyone you can think of, Suo-kun? Someone who would have wanted to provoke you into confronting a motorcycle gang? Can we just at least consider the possibility that the professor just had any of the students do it? Like, the professor has a pretty long reach here. It could just be, hey, drop this in the suggestion box, and anyone could have done it. Deanna's going to lurk while grabbing food. Deanna, thank you very much for the lurk, and one more time, thank you very, very much for the raid.
no.
No, I can't think of anyone. Too bad. On the bright side, we have a big clue here. It's very likely the professor is connected to this school, and it's someone who can go in and out easily. But who could that be? We don't know yet, but we're definitely getting closer to this person's true identity. We'll unveil him soon enough.
Yes.
Yes, I believe in us. We will. Okay, so this should be the last piece of evidence we need to finally unmask the professor. Now, it looks like there's going to be some steps to this, so I don't think it's going to be immediate. But I think we're going to have some more Amasawa here. I wonder if they've gotten any closer to solving the mystery of the professor. I should go talk to Amasawa when I have time. For example, right this minute.
Yagami-san.
Do you have a moment? Forrest, I hope that you're also having a great weekend. And that goes for everybody. I hope everybody's having a nice, relaxing weekend. We had a real big ice storm that rolled through on Friday. We got through it okay, but I hope everyone is safe, warm, and having a good weekend. Hey, yeah, what's up? Now that you've infiltrated 9 different social circles, I'm sure you've made a number of discoveries about the professor. I think it'd be wise for us to organize all the information we've gathered so far. That way, we can begin to close in on the truth. Yeah, I guess we should get started on that, huh?
Please and thank you.
Indeed. I'd like us to contemplate the situation in a sort of analysis boot camp, if you will. Could you join us when you find time during the day?
Yeah.
You bet. Oh, can we not do it at night? Okay. Yeah, okay. So, cool. We have to go. Now, there is one other thing that we might do this evening. As of the last episode, we went on Yagami's very first date of the entire game with a character named Emily-chan. Emily-chan is someone he met at a bar where, I'm not kidding, the name of the bar is Girls Bite. And it is a bar here in Ijincho, Japan, where... all of the bartenders are women, and you like the whole theme of the whole place is guys go in, they do shots with the bartenders drink them under the table, and then they leave. And at all points, the bartenders are on the other side of the bar. There's nothing illicit going on, but Yagami needed to get some information about, you guessed it, the professor, and after that mystery was solved, he got to know all of the different bartenders that were there and a couple of at least one of the regular patrons. Oh, and by the way, Yagami rides a skateboard around. Just in case that wasn't clear. Okay, now we've run afoul of these thugs, so...
What a waste.
Hello to Samalander, who says, I wear my sunglasses at night. Also, Samalander says, I'm pretty sure the bartenders get the virgin version of all the drinks. They just don't let the patrons know. That would make a lot more sense than they're all just having iron livers. Or like just having instant access dialysis happening behind the bar. Yeah, my sympathies for anyone watching Lost Judgment for the first time. Like, who is this 38-year-old man wheeling around on a skateboard, punching random thugs, and solving mysteries at the high school? So yeah, since it's nighttime, what I'm thinking is that let's go see if Emily-chan is available for a second date. Now, you're going to see that Yagami has to drop 2,000 yen to get into Girls Bite here. Here it is, Girls Bite, casual girls bar. Sorry, I just for the first time noticed, it is casual girl apostrophe S bar. So it's only the one girl for whom it is casual. All right, so we're going to go in. I think my impression of her is spot on. So, Emily-chan is here, so let's go have a chat.
Emily-chan.
Hey, Emily-chan, you feeling better?
Yeah.
Now, if Emily-chan has any voice acting here, you will hear that it's just like a regular person. However, early on, I determined that Emily-chan is British. Sorry, when I said regular person, what I meant was like just an standard North American accent. However, Emily-chan's father is British, I believe. So I went with a British accent for her and will continue to do that. Yep, I'm all good. Sorry about last time. No worries. Just glad you're okay. Enjoy yourself, Takayuki. Takayuki is Yagami's first name. Wait, since I'm already here, maybe we can find something to talk about. So, what should we talk about with Emily-chan? I did not get her any new earrings because I personally don't actually care about her. So, let's chat for a bit. What should we talk about? Actually, I've exhausted all of the topics that I have. So, let's see if she'll hang out. Wanna take a breather somewhere? Sure, but where at? I really don't want to play darts, so let's do the batting center again. How about the batting center? Oh, I'm down. Let's see what you got, Takayuki. Awesome, then let's go. So Force is saying, genuine question, if a drink has a high percentage of alcohol, is it just water they add instead to make it, virgin? I know sometimes if they leave it out, but it's a high percentage, then what do they do? And Sam Lander's asking, so you make a mixed drink virgin by not adding the alcoholic ingredients to them, and probably just like slightly upping the other ingredients, so it's the same volume, I would think. So if it takes vodka, you just don't add the vodka and so forth. Force is asking, what if vodka is the base? And then Sam Lander's confirming that water is the base instead. Let's do this. Oh, sorry. Okay, Takayuki, I want to see how cool you really are. All right, we've already done this, so let's see if we can do this with the curveball and so forth.
Here we go.
Now, there's 2 additional tiers of bats, and I don't have those.
Yeah.
So Yagami here has to get 8 runs, or else it's an unsuccessful date. Shit! I was way early on that. Way late on that. Jeez. Okay. I don't think I'm going to get 8 runs, everybody. This is going to be a very unsuccessful date. Wow. The difference in arrival time between the curveball and the fastball really throwing me off. This will probably be the only date that we go on today. I actually don't know. We've only done this once before, and yeah. It's like, I know based on where it's starting, like this is going to be a curveball, so I need to wait a lot longer, but not maybe quite that long.
Nice.
I should have done the level 1 home run thing again. Womp womp. Yagami got a C. A C for see you later from Emily-chan. Well, that sucked. It's all good. It happens. Oh, no, she's fine with it. Thanks, Takayuki. I like it when we spice things up. Glad you feel this way. We'll hang out again. So is that it? Is that the date? Is there no more that we can, You came! Like I said, I don't think that we have any... Yeah, okay. So, we don't have anything to talk about with her. Let's play darts, I guess. Can somebody, who's good at math help me do darts? Oh, wait, Force is saying, watch all of Rogue One and New Hope. We still have time left after getting all of her work done. Rogue One was a good movie. I like that one. Let's go, Yagami. I'm going to crush you. Okay, and again, I've only got beginner darts, and we're just going to do whatever this one is, and that's fine. Doom, doom, boom.
That's it. Game time.
Let's go.
So I'm very bad at darts. I'm very bad at, like, doing the darts as, like, a control thing, but also not very good at the math required to be good at darts. Okay. Yagami, get it in there.
Nice.
In real life, I would just do that Young Frankenstein thing. I'd like distract her and just run up and jam all the darts into the center. Boar says that she can do darts, but she's on a delay. Oh, good. She's a ringer.
Oh, what happened?
Cool.
Okay.
We've also learned, based on our first date, that Emily-chan would like to... She'd like to work in fashion. Like, that's sort of like her particular... Ugh, get in there. So, Yagami, you haven't had anything to drink, man. What is happening here? Come on. Come on. Come on. There we go. Oh, that's... spot on. I think that, like, I should really not even stress about this a little bit, because it seems pretty obvious that, yeah, Emily-chan is just going to work him. Morgan says, I'm only allowed to use the internet for personal stuff when I'm on a break. If I don't follow that rule and get caught, I can't use it for personal stuff at all, not even on breaks. Wow, that sounds, rough. That level of oversight just feels really, oppressive.
All right, let's tone it down.
Okay, hooray for Emily. She won. That
me.
was fun because it was short. Yeah, Yagami, you never had a chance.
That was fun.
Yes, I kicked your butt. I'm down to play again whenever. I don't... Okay. Let's just see if we do the batting cage but perhaps win, maybe that'll, like, drive it up a little bit faster. Someone says, same, I would get in trouble. There was an employee who spent all of their time watching sports live streams for a few months, and then the employee handbook got updated saying no streaming video was allowed. That employee was not getting his work done. After they explicitly banned streams, he still didn't get his work done, but was more surly. He continued to work there for another, like, 9 months. So it sounds like banning the live streams didn't help anyone at all, and instead, like, everybody lost a privilege because one person couldn't handle it, even though it wasn't actually the privilege that was the issue.
Nice.
Centrifugal Force says, I can't even express how much letting me win is a turnoff. Oh, I assure you, I did not let Emily-chan win. there was no allowing that happened there. Okay. At least get a piece of it, Yagami.
Yeah.
Darts is quick. I still feel like this is quicker. Especially if you just stand there like a dunce. If we can get Emily's like date meter up to like the next bar, then I think that will get us to the next rung of her story. Yeah, unless something miraculous happens here, I don't think we're gonna get a successful date. Nope. Hey Yagami, can you hit 2 home runs on this one? No.
Yep.
Sam Leonard says that's how everything works. That's how it always works. Everybody loses privileges, and then it doesn't fix the problem, employee. Okay, I'm not going to do this anymore. Like, maybe we'll come back later to interact with Emily-chan, but just standing here and doing darts or whatever. You know, the next thing that I might do next time that we're at a place that sells something that she might like, maybe we'll grab something there and, like, you know, throw a couple of gifts her way to get that meter up. But Emily-chan is running up against her personal real boss, like her boss encounter, her boss enemy is me, because I don't care about Emily-chan at all, and I know that Yagami does. So, with that, there's nothing else that we can actually do except for main story. So we're going to go do main story stuff now. Let me just make sure of where we're going. Tasks. Main case. Hit the couch at Yagami Detective Agency. So for that, we have to go back to Kamurocho. And we're going to go back here. What I might have missed the date story. Give me just a second here. Senator Before says, did my date story go through? Sometimes mobile just sends messages, but they don't actually send. Let me just look here. Oh, here we go. Speaking of dates, the last one I went on, things were going okay, but I just wasn't attracted to the dude. He was having a blast and asked me, do you want to go get drinks? And knowing what generally follows, I just blue screened and went, no. And then that was when Force said that's, you know, that she can do darts. All right, yeah, Force, it did come through. It just I didn't catch that part of it. But for what it's worth, that's the correct response. Like if you're not feeling it, you're allowed to just say like, no, I'm good. Thank you. I appreciate the time, and then you just like go on about your day. We're now playing a little mini game that I like to call try not to like shoulder check every single person in Kamurocho. All right, we just get back to the detective agency and pick up little scraps here and there for Yagami's crafting. All right. So, this is Yagami's actual office. We've spent very, very little time here through the game because most of the story has taken place in a different part of Japan. But we took a taxi back home. We're going to hit the couch, and I suspect that we're going to get some main story content when we come back. It's time. By the way, that's Kaito, his best friend. Time to meet with Tsukumo and discuss our next steps. Although Ijincho's chock full of RK right now.
Yo, time to earn our keep. Let's roll talk.
Oh, and now we're going right back to Ijincho. So, I think that we're traveling with Kaito, so we cannot go talk with Amasawa. Otherwise, we may go do that at the next opportunity. We're just gonna find the closest. Yeah. Closest cab was the end of that thought. Whoops. For some reason, I really have difficulty following the line in this game. I don't remember that being an issue in the first game. At some point, my mind broke, and I'm not as good at following directions. All right, Forrest has to step AFK while doing some work. My job physically doesn't let me watch streams and work. Hard to watch something from the clean room. I can imagine, yeah, if it's the clean room, you probably don't want to be bringing in, A, external objects, and B, things that might taint the results. Okay, so here we are.
Oh, hello, Yagamishi.
Hey, you alone? Where's Sugiura?
He's out asking around about Koana-san. Although ever since he skipped out on the Liumang spot, we haven't found a single trace of him anywhere. We're not even positive he's still in Ijincho.
Is that right? Rare to see you in a rut. Maybe we didn't need to rush over here.
Did Tesso reach out to you at all?
No. All of Ijincho's basically been at a dead stop since you last left.
I heard Soma's been running RK from somewhere in Ijincho.
Yes, but we haven't been able to pinpoint his exact location.
I see. That explains the dead stop.
I should scope out what's going on in Ijincho. Hopefully I find a lead on Koana or Soma somehow. Okay. I mean, I can scope things out. Check up on Ijincho. just the whole city. We'll just go check up on it. Well, I mean, I legit know where I want to check up. It is now daytime, so we can go hang out with Amasawa. So I did want to circle back to something that Ronan had said. Yes, Ronan was absolutely correct when he said that I was concerned it was going to take hours. Yep, hold on.
Hello?
Yo, I heard you're back in town, Yagami.
Koana? That you?
I'll send someone to bring you to me.
So you really are still in Ijincho?
Yeah, but we don't want RK or public security joining us. Make sure you're not being followed first. Shake any tails you might have.
How?
You should know that one by now, Mr. Detective. Get to Salma-kun's apartment once you know you're good.
Her apartment?
Yeah, later.
Shake any tails I might have. Guess I ought to head into Liumang territory. I doubt RK can keep a beat on me there. I just gotta make sure I pull a solid vanishing act. Dress as a vampire, Yagami. That throws everybody off your trail. Also, another way to, like, dissuade any tails is by going about the most mundane thing you can possibly think of. So let's go volunteer at the school. Oh, but yeah, so to continue the thought, and actually, I'm pretty sure at Hustle Boutique they do sell gifts like earrings and stuff. So, yeah, I really was concerned that it was going to take a lot of time to defeat that motorcycle thing because that final track just it is such a grind. Like, even if you're doing it successfully, it's like, wow, this one really goes on. And to fail it multiple times. So let's buy these teardrop earrings, and I don't want to have to come back here. So we're going to buy actually 3 of those, and I don't need any of these other outfits. All right. So I was really, really relieved to get it. It did occur to me, like, now that I've done it, I suspect that I could do it again. Oh, wait. We didn't get this squirrel, did we? I don't think so. Did we?
What the? This drawing.
The squirrel's listening for something. Okay, well, so we'll switch to our noise amplifier. And Yagami can, in fact, hear something from over here.
There it is.
Hey, we found a bow tie. There's a neat little ribbon. Not my style, unfortunately. Takayuki-san!
Yeah.
Futaba-chan, hey there. Oh, did you get that from a squirrel?
Yeah.
Actually, I did. When I found it, I immediately thought of someone who might like it. Huh? You mean me? Yeah. As much as I'd like to pin this to my jacket, not happening. Here you go. Aw, you're so nice. Here, why don't I give you this in return? I found this earlier, and I have no idea what it's for. Hey, wow! Hey, miracle darts! I'll take it. Nice find. Thanks. Let's trade again when we find more cool stuff. Yeah. Okay then, until next time. Markintosh is asking how many earrings does Emily-chan need? And also, how many identical sets of earrings does she need? And I'm just going to go with all of them because it's a video game, and I will continue to spam her with the exact same gift. It is like, I am so disinterested in putting effort into that part of it. You know what relationship I really put a lot of effort into, and I think I've shared this in at least one point. Oh, and I think Force is lurking, so she's not going to hear this. In the first Dragon Age game, Dragon Age Origins, I accidentally raised my relationship with the character that my character, like I wanted to like pursue a relationship with that character, but I accidentally raised the mood meter, feelings meter, opinion meter. Like, we'll go with that. The opinion meter too high. Wait, we can't... Can we not go talk to her? I'm gonna go talk to Amasawa. So high that it actually triggered a bug where you could not... Like, she liked the character so much that she was no longer willing to engage in any sort of like date-related conversation. It is a weird bug. So in order to resolve it, I actually had to go into the dialogue tree and say several cruel things to her, to insult her multiple times to get the opinion meter down low enough that then it would trigger the like the next sequence of the relationship thing, which I didn't realize it at the time, but in the years since have been exposed to enough, what's it called? The pickup artist nonsense. That is like, oh, it was my first negging. Oh, and I hated it so much. I wanted part of that character's story to have been a relationship with that character. And by the way, like that endured on through the next 2 games. Anytime it came up, the Grey Warden, so it was Leliana, just so you guys know. The Leliana remains in a committed relationship with the Grey Warden through the next 2 games, even though you're no longer playing that character. So I was really glad that I did that. But boy, did it suck. Did it suck to have to, like, insult her a whole bunch to get to the point where that could be done? Alright. Can I... Amasawa, can we do this?
Yagami-san.
Yagami-san, what are you up to? Wow, okay. So, I'm just gonna double check here, but we actually cannot advance the story. Let me just look here. Where's the... Review the cases with Amasawa. I'll catch up with Amasawa at noon. Okay, so it's actually somehow too early in the day. Now, for anybody coming in, Lost Judgment does not have a real-time clock. The clock is driven by plot developments, so there's actually no way to know what time it is. At least not that I know. Does it say on the phone? I've never actually looked. I don't see it anywhere. Oh, and also somebody did PM at one point about like, what's that DLC available? No idea. I'm playing Lost Judgment. I like Lost Judgment. I've enjoyed Lost Judgment a great deal. I am generally disinterested in the DLC. That goes for most games, not all. So we need to go here. I have to say, I also feel like a good way to shake your tail is... Sorry, to shake a tail would be to just ride around town on a skateboard. Because anyone who's, like, trying to follow along, you're not as fast as a car, but you're more nimble. So I feel like anyone who is following you would really stick out. Because they'd have to either have a skateboard of their own, or like a bicycle of some sort, or they would... have to be like sprinting along after you just to keep tabs on where you were. Blobby Blonde, hello to you, says, why does it matter what time of day? Amasawa apparently lives in the school basement and does not attend any classes. That's a good question, blah, blah, blah. I do not know why she's so particular now of all times, about whether or not she's ready to talk about the case. But noon it shall be. All right, we'll try to thread the needle here. I'm sure we got a bunch of SPs that I can spend. Oh, sure, I'll have a fight. That was a really nice, like, slow-mo freeze frame. Now, there's another group of thugs there, but fortunately they didn't notice anything unusual, so we can just go on about Yagami's day. Markintosh says some games have pretty amazing DLC. And actually, the one I was just talking about, Dragon Age Origins, is an example of that. I don't remember what it's called, but whatever the name of the DLC with Shale was, the new character Shale, that was great. It was really, really well done. Batman Arkham City has amazing DLC. Oh, hold on.
Hey, bro.
Awfully quiet here today, man. I heard RK swept through here.
Yeah, they sent 2 of our guys to the hospital. Busted them up sort of bad. Before we knew it, we were outnumbered. Took one step outside and it was like we were in another city.
Do you think they were after Koana?
Oh, no doubt about it. He managed to escape, but we don't know where to.
He reached out to me not too long ago. I'm on my way to see him, actually.
You serious?
Yeah, but if I went straight there, I'd be leading RK right to him. Gotta slip past anyone tailing me first.
Right. So that's why you came. Here I was, thinking you were checking on your Aniki.
Well, that too, but help me out here. Got any secret tunnels around here? You know, for gang stuff?
Gang stuff?
Well, I figured if you did, I could give RK the slip. You with me?
That would be pretty sweet, yeah.
So you have one or not?
Actually, we do. After all, we've got gang stuff to handle. Come on, follow me.
Thanks, man.
Boy, when he stood up, his
Here
chair
we are,
just...
our own little escape route. Kuwana probably used this when he booked it.
So, a couple things, hopefully before we get more dialogue. Blah 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 says, COVID update, his roommate got the new antiviral drug and got better incredibly quickly. Blah Blah Blah, that's awesome. I'm very, very glad to hear that. Also, Markintosh had said at least the opinion didn't, like, overflow and go back to zero like Gandhi in Civilization. Yeah, I know.
Escape route is a sewer?
We keep it pretty clean, actually. You smell any shit?
Oh, you're right.
Follow it to the end and you'll get out at Fukutoku Park. Now this here's for emergencies only, so don't go blabbing about it.
Hey, you got it. Though, I think I should disguise myself before I head down. There's no way RK could pick up my tail if I come out of here looking totally different.
Good thinking. I like your style.
I'm not doing this. Apparently the game has decided that I'm not sure how to put on a disguise. So, although it would be very funny to do vampire costume or pilot costume, we're going to go with dirty clothes because I feel like if I were to see somebody climbing out of a sewer, I might expect them to look a little bit grungy.
Dang, looking sharp. You do this a lot, don't you?
I guess I'm pretty good at it by now.
Okay, ready to hop in? It's a straight path, but it's dark down there. I could guide you if you want.
Nah, I'm fine. Besides, Koana probably still feels bad about getting your place raided.
If that's true, tell him that I don't see it that way for me. RK's the only ones on my shit list right now. I'm booting their asses out of Ijincho for good.
I'm sure he'll be happy to hear it. Thanks again.
Also, it was interesting of Yagami to, like, turn his nose up. It's like, oh my god, going into a sewer? Like, Yagami, you've been in sewers before in the first game. Some of your, like, primary contacts, a doctor, as I recall, hung out in the sewer. That worked, right? I should have lost any arcade tales by now. Kawana said he'd send someone to get me in front of Sawa-sensei's apartment. Time to go. Also, it's now the dead of night, so I guess no more... So I'm just looking for where we're headed. ... Because I don't remember where Sawa-sensei lived. Yeah, here. So, what Markintosh is talking about there is that, for anybody that doesn't know, in the original Civilization, there was an interesting math bug where there was a personality modifier on all of the leaders in the game, and one of their personality modifiers was whether or not they liked to use or own nuclear weapons. And Gandhi's was all the way at the bottom. It was a 1 out of 10. The scale went from 1 to 10, and it couldn't go above or below that range. I do not want to fight anyone. I'm trying to be incognito, everybody. Leave me alone. Now, what was unknown to the developers is that there was a late game, like, resolution or something that could be passed to reduce all of the world leaders' likelihood to want to build and own nuclear weapons, and it would reduce it by 2. And where in regular world math... Oh, I guess I'm doing a fight after all. In regular world math, that would make Gandhi go down to -1. However, no! Because it's a video game and it doesn't always do numbers the way that you might expect, Gandhi rolled around from 1 to 0 to... actually from 1 to 256, and then 1 below that, which is 255. Which is a very long-winded explanation to establish that Gandhi, on a scale of 1 to 10, wanted nuclear weapons at a value of 255. Which led to the very famous Gandhi nukes everyone in the world in the original Civilization. A bug that came to be so well known that the developers of Civilization have intentionally inserted into various versions of the game conditions under which Gandhi will just become a nuclear annihilist and go about obliterating the entire world if and when Gandhi does not get what he wants. Which has led to the very popular observation that in every version of Civilization, and this, let's stress, the video game version of Gandhi is a motherfucker.
Nice outfit, Yagami-san.
Akaike-kun, you really are wrapped around Kawana's finger, aren't you?
Please, just get in. I'll take you to Sensei.
Just you today? Where are your classmates?
Beats me. Seems like he doesn't need much help today.
Oh.
Blah 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 is noting that there's a gang member whose job it is to clean shit from the emergency sewer. Got it nice and spick and span.
This is that boat they converted into a museum, right?
Yeah, but it's empty around this time. And Sensei doesn't plan on sticking around.
Oh. Is Kawana fleeing to his next little hiding spot after this?
That's a question for Sensei, not me.
How many, like, Clorox wipes do you think it takes to wipe down an entire sewer? In serious note, it's probably just, like, for, like rainwater drainage or something.
Yo! Sorry to make you come all the way out here. Being a wanted man sucks.
Pretty sweet digs for a wanted man.
Hey, this place has all the escape routes I could ever need. No one around to get caught in the crossfire either.
Funny time to start caring about how your actions affect others.
Akaike, mind giving me and Yagami-san some space?
Go ahead, Yagami-san.
Yagumi's holding one hand against his hip in a very awkward... Oh, no, it's not. He was before.
I feel awful for dragging Tesso into this. RK only trashed his place because I was there. Those damn thugs really don't give a rat's ass about the Liumang.
It's public security who doesn't give a rat's ass. There's nowhere in Japan you can escape them. By the way, there's a good chance Soma's an undercover public security agent, ever since his Tojo clan days.
He's public security?
Yeah. If we can drag him out of whatever hole he's in, we might find out who's at the very top of this. And until the truth is exposed, he'll be hunted forever.
Well, that's concerning.
Sawa-sensei's murder, Mikoshiba's murder. Everything has to come to light. And in a way that public security can't sweep it under the rug. I think Ahara's appeal hearing is going to be the perfect time to expose it all.
When you say expose it all, you mean Kusumoto-san too, right? I won't lift a finger to betray her. This conversation is pointless.
Even if that's what killed Sawa-sensei? Because there is a point. Your judgment's just too clouded to see it.
Do you really know what Mitsuru was like 13 years ago? Then you have no right to speak to me that way. I'm facing the reality of bullying head-on. The rest of the world is content to turn a blind eye to the problem. Our whole society. They make a show of it when a kid commits suicide. But nothing changes about the reasons why. And every time, some bully with tears in his eyes always has the exact same line. I had no idea they would ever kill themselves.
Yeah.
They have no idea how their cruelty affects the person on the receiving end. You know why? Because they've never suffered. They don't know what it means to feel unsafe. I take care of that. I show them how much they've taken their safety for granted. Their actions need to have consequences, even if they don't realize until it's too late.
Koana.
As we speak, there are kids out there fearing that they have to go to school tomorrow. Like Mitsuru. Every kid like him deserves justice. So I had to become what I am to see it done.
I know exactly what you're saying. All too well. In fact, I know so well that it scares me. But if you let your sense of justice guide you totally unchecked, you'll eventually lose control and end up in a pretty dark place. You'll rationalize the sacrifices. Whatever justice takes. For example, Sawa-sensei's death at the hands of Soma.
Enough!
Real justice has nothing to fear from the truth. Otherwise, you wouldn't turn away. So come on. Until you and Reiko Kusumoto turn yourselves in, public security won't give up. Don't you get it? If you end up caught by them now, you're gonna disappear for good.
Yeah. It would be a good time to disappear.
What?
I'll do it on my own terms, though. Public security won't find me. I knew the day would come that I'd have to trigger my exit strategy. It pays to have underground connections.
Oh, you think it would be that easy, do you? I'm sure you know. A serial killer can't hide.
Right. Every person that I've murdered deserved what they had coming. I won't stop doing it. There's dirty work to be done. And I don't mind being society's handyman. Whatever it takes. 13 years ago when Mitsuru jumped off that roof, I knew I'd spend the rest of my life atoning. It's the only way I can think of that will give Mitsuru what I didn't give him then. I don't really care what becomes of me either. I owe him. And I'm going to finish what I started.
Okay. So why'd you bring me out here then? You seem pretty set. Were you hoping I was gonna pat you on the back for it?
Hardly. I wouldn't expect a guy who drew his line in the sand to suddenly come around. But maybe that's exactly why I spilled my guts to you in the first place.
What do you mean?
Ehara-san should be the one carrying this thing. I hate to ask, but would you mind passing it along? You're the only one I can trust with it now.
Isn't this... Toshiro?
That locket has my final message to Ehara-san in it. I was supposed to help him get justice for his son, but I'm not going to be able to see it through. Well, I guess the rest is up to him. As soon as I'm out of here, my face and my name are going to have to be changed.
Were you thinking I was just gonna watch as you walked away?
You really going to make this a dramatic breakup?
Stop it. I'm not gonna back down on this. Years ago, a girl died because I didn't chase the truth to the end. Her name was Emi Terasawa, and I'll never forget her. Murderers tend to follow a rule. They have no problem killing again to protect their secrets. That's you, Reiko Kusamoto. It's still gonna apply.
Called it, I suppose. I half knew that you would pull this shit instead of saying goodbye.
If you run, I won't chase you. There may be a trail of death in your wake, but in court, I'd have nothing that would stick. Even if I brought you down, the only thing that'd keep you from escaping are the bars of a jail cell.
So what now, then?
Until you finally realize that you need to turn yourself in, I'll need to be persuasive. For you, Reiko Kusamoto, I firmly believe that the two of you can still be saved.
I swear.
Akaike!
Soma. RK's here. How the hell could they have figured out where we'd be?
Listen up! Kitakata-sensei stays alive. As for Yagami, if killing him means he doesn't escape, that's fine.
I made sure I wasn't tailed on the way here. We both did. Neither of us could have led them out here. I know for damn sure we're too careful for that to happen. That means there's only one guy they could have tailed to find us. It was a Kaike. Public security figured out that there's a connection between me and him. Are you aware of the implications of that?
Is figuring that out right now really all that important?
Right.
It's Kusamoto-san. She knows him. She's the only connection between me and a Kaike.
What?
I'm saying, Kusamoto-san decided to sell me out. Something happened that caused her to change her mind. Public security, I guess.
Remember earlier? Didn't you say something about this ship having a bunch of escape routes?
A bunch of escape routes great for a party of one.
Fine. Why are you still here?
Well, I thought you wanted to persuade me. I admit, I was interested in hearing you spin some more of your bullshit.
You got it. Now I'll have time to think.
This really did not go the way I was expecting.
What is the holdup? Hurry up and take them.
Yo, these guys have a whole bag of tricks up their sleeves. Take out their legs so they can't run.
Looks like they finally upgraded us to the arcade big shots.
Yeah. But they're gonna be sorry they messed with us all the same.
So I don't know if Force is still here, but she had announced that she was back. Yeah, Force, we, at least briefly, had a conversation, or started talking a little bit about Dragon Age Origins and a little bug in... A bug that, by the way, is unique to Leliana in that whole relationship thing. Like, there are... Oh, boy. Okay. There are characters that will pursue a relationship with you at varying degrees, but usually they're, like, the field is not supposed to be as narrow as it is for Leliana. That's a bug that, as far as I know, has never been patched.
Let's go.
like that everybody enjoys the same soda. Can I pick up? Yeah! And Forrest is saying Liliana's romance can depend a great deal on whether or not you harden her. From World Boy. This is by no means over, everyone, just so you know.
Are we really struggling to take out two guys? RK's going to be a joke if this keeps up. I thought you boys were the Tojo clan's finest. Your work really shouldn't be an embarrassment.
It's about time for Plan B.
Huh? You saying you've got another trick up your sleeve?
Yeah, but it kinda sucks. So I wouldn't get your hopes up.
You're not going anywhere. Got to
Get off me! Stop! There's nowhere to run!
Oh shit, get your phone! Hurry! This ship just exploded! We gotta get this on video!
Was it an explosion? It might have been fireworks.
Okay, bring it in. Hurry it up, fellas. We're gonna have cops. They're really starting to annoy me.
I also don't know if, like, acrid smoke would trigger a dust allergy.
This Plan B was blowing up the ship. Heads up would have been nice.
Oh, hey, the end of chapter 12. So let's save it over. What's our oldest one? Where's ours played? Here it is. So as soon as I hit this, we're going to get another sort of like intro to chapter 13. I'll also say Sam Lander had said that he needs to play some Dragon Age Origins at some point. He started, but was dissuaded by a number of copyright claims on YouTube. Yeah, I suspect you'd have an easier time here on Twitch in that regard. The first Dragon Age Origins is a very good game. I had to try it like 2 or maybe 3 times, I don't remember, to like really get into it and get it, because it is not easy. It's not excessively hard. It's not grueling. My number one tip, and this is just so that you know how the game is structured, it is a game that expects you to spend that gold that you get to like upgrade yourself. A lot of games of that variety, you're like, oh, I'll just pick up whatever I find. I'll just pick up and, I'll just throw something together and it'll be fine. No. At the default difficulty setting, my experience with Dragon Age Origin was that game is challenging, and it very much is balanced around the idea that money that you spend, that you pick up rather, is going to be spent in sometimes significant quantities to get the equipment that will build out sets and allow you to pursue your preferred play style. Now, within your preferred playstyle, you're going to have a very good time. But if you attempt to hoard that money and like you don't spend your consumables and stuff, you will have a very, very challenging time. I liked it a whole bunch. Drienne is saying copyright claims for music, at least, is easier on YouTube than on Twitch, at least in my experience. Drienne, I also wanted to reach out to you about another sort of playthrough that's happening, because I know that you have some editing software, and we ran afoul of the Twitch muting things out, and our editing software seems ill-equipped to handle that, so I might send you a PM after this. Salamander says the background music always got claimed unless it was at 0% volume, and I can't play a game like that without background music. Jody K, hello to Jody K, says, okay, and Markintosh also has to go to sleep. Markintosh, have a great night. Thank you so much. We're going to be continuing to play for at least a little while. Jody K says, my mom has dust allergies, and they're to the dust mites. She's on allergy injections for them along with their other allergies. Okay, so that's very interesting, because I didn't know what triggered a dust allergy, and I thought that maybe just fine particulate matter, but if it's dust mites and not just the matter itself, then yeah, smoke would be a different thing. Zemlander says, finally, Twitch is a little more ephemeral than YouTube, so all the VODs gets muted. I wouldn't care as much. And oh geez, Force just says her nose hairs got singed for the 100th time. That's how. Yuck. Also, Trian says Twitch would mute some of the content, whereas YouTube would just tell me I can't monetize it, and funds generated go to the original creators of the song, which is fine by them.
Soma's ties to public security may lead to his undoing. By seizing the puppet himself, Yagami seeks to pull down the puppet master holding the strings. To do so, he forms a temporary alliance with the fugitive Koana. But Soma arrives to carve a bloody path into a hideaway no one should know about. Reiko Kusamoto's betrayal has proven more volatile than anyone could have guessed.
Genda-sensei, they're calling last night's bombing a terrorist attack. The body they recovered was burnt beyond recognition.
That was a Kaike-kun, right? The one Yagami mentioned?
Yes, I believe so. Nothing about Soma or RK in the article either. Could public security be tampering with the press?
I wouldn't give public security that much credit. Besides, if a bomb goes off in a deserted public place, it's only natural for the police to assume it's terrorism.
Right, I guess when you put it that way.
Unfortunately, even if they do identify a Kaike-kun, the ones responsible are Koana and Soma, two guys who are totally off the grid. Any investigation would grind to a halt, probably end up as another unsolved mystery.
If the public learned the bombing was tied to Ihara's battery case, jaws would hit the floor.
Yeah. Anyway, where's Yagami? You heard from him since last night?
No, we've been in touch via email, though. He's on his way to a hospital now.
Great. What'd he get himself into now?
If he's actually going to the hospital, does that mean it's serious?
Don't worry, he's fine. He's just going to meet with someone about the case.
Who'd want to meet up at a hospital?
Reiko Kusumoto.
"13 years. I still can't believe it. Waking up and finding out you're suddenly 30.
Take your time. You'll adjust eventually.
Work again?
I won't be long. I just need to take a quick meeting. Now put down that mirror already.
So, you sold Kuwana out to public security because Mitsuru-kun woke up. Does that about sum it up? You waited 13 years for Mitsuru-kun to wake up. If you turn yourself in now, you'd lose him all over again.
There's that. Yes. Going forward, he needs to stand on his own 2 feet and rebuild his life. It'll take time. And lots of it. There's no real end in sight. He's at a disadvantage as it is. And to brand him the child of a murderer on top of that, I couldn't.
Where are we?
Mitsuru.
Hey, Mom.
Mitsuru. Mitsuru.
It's incredible. Finally, he's woken up. Doesn't this change everything? I think you may want to reconsider what you told me, Kusumoto-san. Alone, I'm sure you could have lived with the weight of your choice, but now you have something you'd sacrifice everything to protect. He's so precious, but he's also so fragile he could come crashing down without even a warning. You're going to have to be his shield, Kusumoto-san. We'll do it together. With your cooperation.
I have to do what I can to protect him.
I suppose so, but... You covered up your crimes and it was Sawa-sensei who got caught in the crossfire. On top of that, Akaike-kun's throat was slit last night. Now he's dead too. Kuwana will be another body for the pile soon. Hell, maybe I'm in trouble myself.
How was he yesterday?
Well, as soon as RK showed up for him, he knew you'd stabbed him in the back. I can't really say how that made him feel. Until now, he'd been adamant about ensuring you stayed out of this. He said no one could blame you for what you did to Shinya Kawai. Kuwana put his life on the line for you. You failed to silence him, and you let him get away. That means whatever happens next, it's his move. And whatever he does to you, none of my business. As for me, I have no evidence on Kawai's murder, so you're off my list too. I only came here today because I wanted to know why you betrayed Kuwana. That's all. I hope Mitsuru-kun has a speedy recovery.
Time to come up with our plan of attack. I'll go hash it out with everyone at Yokohama 99. Alright, let's hit it. down here. So yeah, Markintosh has turned in. Hopefully he will be able to watch the VOD. Every once in a while, there'll be like a series that we do that picks up somebody who like is just very present for that particular playthrough, and we always hope that they'll hang out. In this particular stream, it's been Markintosh, who we know from Samalander and Carol Luna's streams, and get to interact with him in those chats as well. And I've really enjoyed the fact that he has taken to Lost Judgment and really seems to have enjoyed following along with the story, and has talked about like catching up with the VODs and stuff like that. It's awesome, and hopefully we'll sort of be able to continue interacting with him in future playthroughs as well.
What a waste.
Also, let's not overlook the fact that it straight up said final chapter there when we crossed over into this chapter. It also showed Yagami like smoking in his office, which isn't unheard of for Yagami specifically, but is different from every other chapter intro, and it makes me wonder if maybe it has that thing that I'm not aware of having made any like real moral decisions for Yagami or anything like that, but I am curious if maybe the image that you get changes based on other things that have happened in the story, like maybe how far you progressed in the school stories or something. Before we go in, I wanted to look at skills. So we've got 169,000 SPs. So things that I would definitely want going into whatever the end game is going to be, anything to boost his health. So I am going to pick up probably the health upgrade there. Yep, we've got all of our EX enhancers. We could do this as well. And then battle bonuses, yeah. All right, let's grab the EX health boost level 2, and then probably level 3 as well. Yeah, let's just play it safe. And then I've still got almost 50,000 things. EX burst attack. Activate EX boost at low health to greatly increase your attack power. Effect ends when a certain amount of health is recovered or when EX boost is no longer active. I don't object to those things. It's just I don't use EX boost that quickly. Allows mortal reversal to be used against any enemy attack. Applies only during EX boost when your health is low. Let's see if there's anything cool in here. I like picking up new moves anytime I can. Oh yeah, this looks awesome. EX Waterfall Crush, and you don't even have to be in EX mode. Anything else? Let me just see if there's anything cool in Crane mode. Here's Lightfoot. Quick Step 3 times in a row. Why not? At this point. I burned a whole lot of points on... What's this? Sky Dancer? Sure. It's only an EX mode type thing. And then for Tiger... Is anything cool in here? Dodge roll. Let's grab... Oh, I can't quite do dodge roll. Do we want to get into one fight with somebody? I can pick up 400 SPs without any difficulty. Yeah, let's just go get this. I just want to get that last upgrade. Gentlemen, can I interest you in feeding me 400 SPs? Or slash me to death with a knife. That works as well. Alright. Whoever comes out of that building is going to find that guy. No, just, I don't need to burn any EX meter. I just want to, yeah. We got 1,400
Really,
for that. So let me just pop in, and we're just going to grab that one skill that I wanted. I just have to remember which one it was. I'm pretty sure it was down here somewhere. Which one was it? Oh, no. It was under Tiger, I think, wasn't it? No, that was 40,000. Dodge roll. Yeah, let's grab that one. Now, if I somehow save up another 40 grand, then we'll do true Tiger Dances with Crane, just because that sounds like fun. All right, now on with the story. Yeah, and just as we're heading upstairs, the Liliana relationship bug that I referenced is, like, you have to... And I did it accidentally, but you kind of have to sequence break it by suddenly giving Liliana a whole bunch of gifts that raise her opinion meter, like, all at once. And then, like, you don't talk to her at all. You just go gift. And then you can, like, oops, now like, it's too high and it doesn't, like, trigger the way that it should.
Back already, Yagami-shi. How are you feeling after last night? That shockwave from the blast took you down.
Oh yeah. That was something else, I gotta say.
I bet, tough guy. Kamurocho's finest detective never fails to impress.
Doc, you made it. We've been asking around if anyone's seen Kuwana.
You don't want to know how that went.
No leads, huh?
Pretty much. Doesn't help that RK's crawling all over the place right now. Soon as they spot Kuwana, they're gonna make their move.
Kuwana gave this to me yesterday.
Isn't that Toshiro Ehara? Kuwana-san called you out there just to give you this?
Yep. He told me to give it to Ehara.
What the? Oh man, it looks like it's cracked.
Can you take a look at it, Tsukumo? I get the feeling it's no ordinary pendant.
Certainly.
Not handing it over to Ehara till you know what the deal is?
He won't mind, will he? Besides, I damn near got blown up over that thing.
Speaking of, Yagami-shi, what's the status of Ehara's sexual battery trial?
Saori-san's preparing for the appeal. Still no date, but the courts are working as fast as they can. If they accept the case and it goes to trial, they'll find out about Kuwana one way or another.
And that'd put Reiko Kusumoto in public security in this shithouse, right?
Right. If Kuwana and his murders come to light, anyone connected to Reiko Kusumoto could be suspected as an accomplice. And if that happens, she'd lose any control she had over the pension fund.
Interesting.
Everyone wants their own brand of justice to come out on top. But enough is enough. If we don't handle this, public security will take out Kuwana. And I can't let him die like that.
Then what's your next move?
Gonna head to Ehara's trial and back up Saori-san. Feels like we've come full circle.
I'd argue the opposite, Yagami-shi. The circumstances surrounding the trial are completely different this time around. I can't help but consider how grand a task simply seeking the truth could be.
Seriously. But exposing the truth is the only way to save some and get justice for others. We can't just stay quiet and watch.
Sounds like you're seeing the light. Detective work's not so bad, is it?
Can you guys keep an eye out for Kuwana and Ijincho? I need to go over Ehara's case with Saori-san.
10-4. We'll amp up surveillance.
We're going too, Sukiura. Time to get shit done.
Right on.
Time to prep for Ehara's appeal in Kamurocho. I can't let Saori-san do this alone. I'll just go on record as saying I do feel like Saori-san would be just fine on her own. Okay, so my first errand. My son wants to go out on his first errand on his own, but I'm so worried about what might happen to him. I'd follow him if I could, but he made it absolutely clear that I'm not allowed. If I do it anyway and he catches me, he might resent me for it. That's why I'd like you, the professional tailor, okay, to watch over him in my place. We can discuss the details over at Weddy Kitchen if you're interested. My apologies if you're busy, but I do appreciate you considering this job. Let's at least pick it up. And somehow there's yet another, like, we're in the final chapter, and there's a side quest that is gated off. So, if we wanted to go on that side quest while we're here, that's the VR thing, and I've never figured out how to advance it, even though we did go there and do the quest. I don't know why the boxing gym is still open. I guess you can go there and do additional... Oh, here's Weddy Kitchen. Yeah, it's right up the street. Earlier today, Sam Lander did another stream of Farming Sim, and we had a chance to sort of hang out in there for a while. I am so glad that Farming Sim is as much fun. It seems to be as much fun as everybody was hoping it was going to be. There's nothing quite like the sequel that you're really hotly anticipating, and then when it comes out, it doesn't deliver on, like, the sort of upgrades and changes you were expecting. Of course, for me, the most famous example is, like, for me, sorry, I'm slightly distracted by the fight. Master Ryan 3. Master Ryan 3 was the most disappointed I have ever been in a game release,
really, guys?
Ever. Like, I've been disappointed by things that I was anticipating, but nothing matches the degree of betrayal that I felt upon playing Master Ryan 3. Another good example was Star Control 3. Apparently, landing the third part of a trilogy is really tough. Just see the most recent Star Wars film and the most recent Batman film. No, because then people are going to think that I'm thinking of, like, Justice League or something like that. The third part of the Nolan trilogy, The Dark Knight Rises, also not a fan. But yeah, Star Control 3 was real rough. Welcome to Weddy Kitchen. Well, I had a fight on the way over, so I would like to have a Weddy burger and some iced lemon tea. And then a Weddy special burger. And then when you're done, some sort of...
I'm starting to pretty
colonic.
tasty. Thanks.
Sam Leonard says that Farming Sim 22 is great. It's just more Farming Sim, but, like, improved. Like, it looks better, it plays better, it's got seasons just as, like, a base part of it. Like, it seems like they put in a lot of stuff that enhanced the experience, but didn't change it up so drastically that it loses sight of what you wanted it to be, right? That's sort of like my takeaway with it. And then Sam Lander says, Dear Lord, Mu 3 was so bad. Yeah. Mu 3, Master Ryan 3 is, I contend, at least when it came out, the version that I played, actually unplayable. Like, I mean, I guess in that you can load it up and it will conduct its own affairs when you click next turn. Technically, like, it is a functional product. It's not that it refuses to run or anything like that, but you can't play it. It's a non-interactive experience for as far as I could tell. But I did a whole bit on it a while back, so we won't belay that. Hi, I'm Yagami. I'm here on behalf of Yokohama 99. Ah, so you're the detective. Nice to meet you. I'm Manaka, the one who reached out to you. Pleasure's all mine. Now, if I remember right, you want someone to watch over your son while he's out in the town? Yes, that's correct. You might even say it's my first errand. Our son, Toru, turned 5 just the other day. Ah, congratulations. Thank you. After a long debate with our son, we finally came to the agreement. When you turn 5, you can go out on your own like a big boy. How long of a debate was it? He's 5. Looks like our stalling tactics finally blown up in our faces. We made him the promise several years ago, and he's held us to it. Sending him out already, huh? They sure do grow up fast. This is a big milestone for the little guy. It sure is. So, my wife and I originally planned to watch from behind as he walks down the block on an errand. but our son's taken the terms of our agreement much more seriously. Meaning? He says if we follow him, he's not really out on his own. So if we follow him, he's gonna get himself emancipated. Is that what your 5-year-old said to you? Okay. What's the twist here? Is he like a leap year baby? Like he was born on February 29th? So he's like quote unquote 5 years old, but in fact he's what, 20 or something? What, like what, 5 times 4 because it's a leap year? Because there's no 5-year-old in the whole world that said, I'm gonna get myself emancipated, Papa. Wow, your son has quite the vocabulary. Where do they pick this stuff up, huh? Regardless, it's not an issue we want to press with him, if he feels so strongly. But I'm sure you're aware of all the adults walking around here, let alone the traffic. I'm just too worried about him to let him go off on the end. It's no big. I get hit by cars all the time, sir. We just moved to this city, and we don't have any acquaintances here, so we figured we should ask a tailing professional. Please, sir, tail my son. I don't care what it costs. I just can't let him go unsupervised like that. My heart couldn't take it. I wholly understand where you're coming from. I have no follow-up questions. I will take the case, and I have enough experience with tailing that you won't have to worry about emancipation. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Here's a picture of Toru.
Oh.
Looks like one smart little guy. Thank you. And don't you know the half of it? Toru's so quick on the uptake, it's scary. You're gonna have to be real careful out there to avoid his suspicion. I see. Good to know. But please, don't worry. I promise he's in good hands. He'll have eyes on him the entire time he's on his own, and he won't even know it. Oh, well, isn't that good to hear? Toru's ready to head out now, down Isizaki Road. His job's to buy some bread at Pocket Cafe, and then go right back home.
In other words...
So we need to tail from Isizaki Road to Pocket Cafe and back. Yes, when you're ready, I'll call my wife, and she'll let Toru out of the house. Yagami-san, should I call my wife so my son can get ready for his errand? I'm ready.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm good to go. Got it. I'll make the call now. As Samlander says, who is this owned by their own children? And Trian is saying, because the 5-year-old could definitely win the emancipation. Yes, it's me. Commence the operation. Indeed, everything's moving along exactly as conceived. Now we play the waiting game. I think I figured out where the kid got his vocabulary. Well, are his parents Mr. and Mrs. Smith? Because this is not the way that anyone talks. All right, Yagami-san, I should return home. I want to see Toru before he leaves so he knows that I'm not tailing him. Best of luck in your endeavor.
Yep.
Right, leave it to me. I'll keep you updated. Yagami, please dress like a vampire. Can I wear a disguise for this? Better get ready to tail this kid. Pretty interesting gig you got there, Tak. Kaito-san, were you here this whole time? Well, die yourself. I only stopped in for a bite. Oh, what a coincidence. This is the first time the whole game that I've had to voice Kaito, and as you can tell, I can't do it, but I've been very aware that there's been no unspoken dialogue for Kaito.
Yo, I think I'll join you on this case if you don't mind.
Huh?
Really, Kaito-san?
Yeah. I'm good with kids, and I mean, all we're doing is tailing the little guy, right? Besides, watching kids do grown-up shit like errands is pretty amusing. I love it when they do that kind of stuff on TV.
Oh yeah, you and Higashi used to watch that one show back at the Matsugani family office all the time.
Come on, let's bounce. Karo-chan's gonna be leaving soon.
Yeah, it's Toru-kun? Kaito is good with kids. In the first game, like we've talked about, he was Captain Cop. Like there was some kid who decided that he was Captain Cop from like the anime, and Kaito sort of begrudgingly did the whole Captain Cop transform.
Man, I'm starting to get nervous.
Yeah? Why is that?
Come on, ain't this a big first step for the kid? All kinds of stuff could go wrong. He might get lost, he might trip and eat it. You see a kid come through the other end of something like that with a big grin. It's pretty great, you know? I'd better make sure I do a good job as guardian angel here.
I guess so.
Well, it's pretty much a straight beeline to the cafe from his place. I'm sure he'll be fine.
Huh. Oh, there he is now. Big man hitting the streets.
Okay, that kid's not 5. That kid's like 8. Let's get to work.
Gotta be careful here.
Tail to target. Already off to a great start. Okay, I'm just saying that kid's not 5 years old. Like, why say he's 5 if that's the character model that you're going with? Also, Yagami is gonna get arrested, like lurking around and like peering at this like little kid. Okay, he's looking like a movie poster. Okay, I'm getting Tom Arnolded. There he is. Alright, we should probably move up pretty soon. Including right now. I am not losing them, Yagami. Just take a breath. Wow. I did it. I just remained completely motionless. Huh?
Ah.
Whoa.
Crap!
Whew, that was close. Wait, where do you think they are? Like, their head is in one of those, like take a picture things? Are they, like, sumo wrestlers or something? That was close. I know his dad warned us, but this kid's got eyes like a hawk.
Yeah.
Oh, Marquack, thank you so much for the cheer. Getting Tom Arnold is worth 1,500 bits. Very, very much appreciated. But what like, True Lies is such a good movie, and I never am not thinking about that particular part.
Yeah, but it looks like we're not busted just yet. Let's keep after him.
Yeah.
Right, and what are we gonna do about this? Wait, what are they? They're like... It's clearly a movie poster?
Well, hell, my damn noggin's stuck. How about you, Tak?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm stuck too. And I've got the short one for kids. This is not good.
Wait, these are for kids? No wonder I'm stuck.
No, Kaito-san, yours is for an adult. This is one of those things for a parent and a child to get pictures with together.
Huh? Wait, the hell you saying about the size of my head, Tak?
Come on, we don't have time to do a bit. We're gonna lose Toro-kun if we don't pick it up.
Oh, right. And what are we gonna do about this?
Not much we can do. We have to literally pick it up and tail the kid. I guess we're just gonna have to try playing it cool if he busts us.
You gotta be kidding.
Don't jet ahead, Kaito-san. The idea is to not get spotted.
No. If we wait too long, we could lose him. It's tricky, all right?
Well, we just gotta deal with it. Let's try and match his speed.
Wait, can I? Nope.
Come on, Kaito-san, match my pace. You're gonna break my neck.
Ugh, my bad.
Okay, I'm just saying that at 5 years old, he would have sufficient object permanence to understand that a movie placard is following him.
It's killing my back. Even my joints are starting to hurt.
Everybody staring at us is what's killing me.
Hmm? I thought I saw something move. Oh, well, maybe I just imagined it.
That was too close. But hey, we pulled it off. Guess we blend into the background better than we thought. You think? Excuse me, would you like me to take your picture?
No.
No thanks. So much for blending in.
Doc, if you don't pick up the pace, we're gonna lose him.
And you're too fast, Kaito-san. Why can't you just slow down a bit?
I am trying. He turns around very quickly. I have a bad feeling that if we...
No.
It's the same thing. I have a bad feeling...
If you don't pick up the pace, we're gonna lose him.
Okay.
And you're too fast, Kaito-san. Why can't you just slow down a bit?
Yep, I'm just gonna relax for a second.
I think we finally got the swing of this. I bet we'd crush it as partners on field day.
Yeah, and if I had to do this for a field day, I'd drop out of school from the shame of it all.
Doc.
Oh, wait, I'm just letting you know I did not touch the stick. I promise I did not touch the stick. My hand was completely off of it.
No.
Doc, if you don't pick up the pace, we're gonna lose him.
And you're too fast, Kaito-san. Why can't you just slow down a bit?
Hello to Grumpy. Okay. And now just stop. Like, I'm just letting you know, hand off the controller. Because he's gonna go, and he's gonna turn around. Okay, maybe I should have gone a little bit further forward.
If you don't pick up the pace, we're...
Okay, so here's the thing. So I did not, again, touch the stick. This is... Basically, if he gets too far ahead, they move on their own.
No.
So I need to be closer,
the pace, we're gonna lose
but still not get seen.
And you're too fast, Kaito-san. Why can't you just slow down a bit?
Oh, come on!
No.
How is this exactly as hard as the motorcycle race?
And you're too fast, Kaito-san. Why can't you
Okay,
just slow
stop.
down a bit?
Hands off. So he's gonna stop and turn. And now he's gonna go further than I expect him to. So we've just gotta like be close enough. Okay, now let me try here maybe. Fuck! Wait, I don't know why he didn't see me, but I'm just gonna take it.
You got any of those numbing patches?
At the office, yeah. I have the feeling we'll need every last box.
Yeah.
Oh, thank God. We actually made it somehow. By the way, why are you here, Kaito? It's so much easier as a solo job. Yeah, we really made a good team here. If the private eye gigs ever dry up, at least we know we can hack it as living billboards.
Yeah, I think I'll try pivoting in a different direction. Yeah, maybe go back to the law. I could do the living billboard thing, but maybe also just being a lawyer.
Looks like he got what he needed.
Oh, sorry, that was Yagami.
Yep, should be smooth sailing from here.
Oh, excuse me. That hurt? Really?
You little shit.
Kaito-san.
Right.
Oh, these are the best kinds of punks, the ones that go after the little kid.
Ooh, look what we have here. We'll just take this off your hands. Compensation, you know.
Wait, what is this? Use left stick to decide how much emotion to project. The stronger your projection, the more spice you'll add to conversations. We decide to play it cool or heat things up. The choice is yours. What? Why is this? What? This is a completely new game mechanic. Okay. Demonic Grimace.
What the hell's that? Run for it!
Huh? Oh, right. I need to go home.
Whew. At least that's over with.
Yeah, but now we have to figure out what to do with ourselves. Take your heads out of the placard, push Kaito real hard, and then go back to being adults. And we've got to get this thing back to where it belongs. What are we going to do?
Guess we can head back to the office. Maybe Tsukumo can do something about it.
They're really committed to the idea that they're stuck in there.
We're not getting this thing in the elevator.
Yeah, probably should have thought of that.
I can't really use my phone either, stuck like this. Well, shit.
Yeah.
Oh, better go eat my ice cream before it melts.
Hey, give us a break here.
No, you give me... I don't have a Sugiura voice. You give me a break. You're messing with me now, right? Why are you even doing this? Sorry, we ran into a bit of trouble on a case. Could you help us figure out how to get out of this damn thing? Yeah, maybe some soap would help. Let me go get some real quick. Ooh, thank God that's finally off.
I'll go put this back. The sooner I never have to look at it again, the better.
Yeah.
I hear you there. Thanks, Kaito.
Hello?
This is Yagami.
It's me, Manaka. Thank you for watching over my son today. He just got home safe and sound. He's going a mile a minute, telling us all about it.
Huh, is that so? Glad to hear it. I'm also happy to report Toro-kun seems to do a fine job in the cafe.
Just that much closer to all grown up. By the way, Yagami-san, are you aware of the animated sign on Isazaki Road?
Huh?
Toro mentioned there's a funny face sign on Isazaki Road. He won't stop talking about it. He's trying to drag us over there to see it now. I was just curious if you happened to see it while you were out, just so we know where we're supposed to find it.
I don't know anything about that. Sorry, I was just too focused on Toro-kun, I guess.
I see. Well, I'm sure we'll find it eventually. He's really over the moon about that thing. But anyway, thank you for today. I'd love to reach out to you again if something else comes up.
Yep.
Oh, thank you. Please, feel free to call us anytime. Bye now. So, Toro-kun wants to see the funny face sign again.
Oh, come on!
Hey, Memoirs of an Eagle. Raptorial Spirit has been unlocked. I don't think I'm going to have enough points for it, but let's look. Alright, let's go to skills. So, it'll tell us... Okay, so it's going to be here under Crane. We're looking for Raptorial something. Here we go. Oh, not quite. Upon evading and slipping behind an enemy, they'll lose sight of you. This may also frighten the enemy. X when the enemy attacks. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. If I can pick up 5,000 more points, then I'll do it. Do we want to see if there was one more case on the board, and maybe it's a follow-up to this one? What a weird... Like, as far as I can tell, that quest about being an animated movie billboard popped up after Yagami's like, yeah, I gotta go solve that sexual battery and murder case with Sari-san. Nope. So, and according to this, I just want you guys to see the case information. We have to clear a particular case and also proceed with the main story progress. So whatever that is like, it is not available until we progress the main story. Sugiura just going on about his business was great. I really enjoyed that. I'll also note, like, for Lost Judgment, yes, thank you for the checkpoint. When I was having trouble with the face sign, it wasn't like the motorcycle thing where I had to, like, start the whole sequence over again from scratch. Because that's just tedious to have to do the whole thing again. So you just put a checkpoint so that you can get on with your life. And I get that the race is a little bit different. I'll just say that I very much would have preferred it if you... Whoops, sorry, lady. If you didn't have to do the whole segment... No, you get out of here. With the, like defeating the 22 guys. If at least that part could have been combed out of it, it wouldn't have been as bad. But to do the entire, like, 8-minute race... over and over again when you finish it, that's what I was sort of like, oh boy. So we're gonna go see if Amasawa is available. I don't know if it's quote-unquote noon or not. But if so, then we will advance this, and if not, then we will go to Genda Law Office and prepare for the case. Yes, Star Control 3 felt like it was just a pile of mechanics that didn't necessarily function very well. And I remember that the big thing for me in Star Control 3 was realizing that all of the races that I knew about, like all of the established races in the game, they were just giving you the exact same dialogue as in Star Control 2. Like, word for word in a lot of cases. Whereas the new characters, the new races that were introduced just weren't very good. I just didn't like them very much.
Yagami-san.
What are you up to? No. Wow, we still can't talk to her. So, in a twist that I certainly did not see coming, it doesn't appear that we can advance the school story with Amasawa. That's the last thing that we have to do until after we've gone even further in the main case. So be it, I guess. Just make sure that, yeah. Huh. That feels weird to me. I wonder if you can only finish up that thing after you've finished the whole main story. Let's see, we just want to go to the closest cab, which is right here. Ugh. One thing that I do like about, I mean, I like a lot of things about Sari-san, but one thing that I think is interesting about this game is that in the first game, there was an event where Sari had to, like, dress up in order to help out with the case, and it did that whole, like, Pygmalion, she's all that, taming of the shrew thing, where, like, everybody suddenly discovered that Sari-san was a very lovely woman, which, you know, you can just, like, look at her and see that that's probably true. When it came to, but like, in that first game, where am I trying to go to? All the way up here. Like, Sari-san did it very begrudgingly, and it only happened the one time, but, like, she was very good at, like, she had to go, like, undercover at, like, a hostess bar. I swear to God. Alright, then I guess I just can't get any momentum here. In this game, I feel like they, like, by returning to that idea, what they did is clarify, as part of Sari's character, that Sari is entirely capable of conforming to the appearance standards that might be expected of her as a woman in society. Like, it's not that she can't dress herself up. It's not that she, you know, doesn't know how to, quote-unquote, make herself presentable. It's that she doesn't care. She's not interested in doing that. Sari-san wants to be a lawyer. She wants to go to work, and she wants to be a lawyer, and she wants to know the people that she knows and pursue her hobbies, and she is generally disinterested in what anyone anywhere thinks of her and how she looks and, you know, what their opinions are. And I actually really like that about her character. If there's sort of like an additional, like, character trait that they've made clear in this game as opposed to the others, it's bringing that point of clarity to her character specifically. I I know that I can dress and present myself in a way that will draw a lot of attention and draw a lot of like compliments and whatever else. And I just don't fucking care. And I really like that. Like, she communicated a lot of like generalized disinterest in the first game, but this one I think made it a little bit more pointed, which is interesting because they switched voice actors to someone who is not quite as like Daria about it, I guess.
Wow, looks like we've got a full house.
Shirosaki-sensei asked me to come by. She said they needed some business handled while you were out of town.
I find it hard to believe she'd put it that way.
Maybe not. Either way, I don't mind helping.
Yagami-san, you're just in time. I think we should conduct another interview with Ihara-san.
Okay, but what will we talk about?
If we want to claim he's innocent of battery, then we need to prove he's the one who murdered Mikoshiba at the same time. But since the murder footage isn't admissible in court, we need something more substantial.
Right, the judge said they wouldn't allow internet videos of unknown origin in court.
Basically, we need new evidence. And that might mean something no one's seen or found yet.
So your plan is to meet with Ihara and just ask him?
I know it's a long shot, but yes.
I'd like to come help, but someone has to check Higashi-san's work.
Excuse me? If I have to be Hoshino-kun's lackey, I'm fucking out.
I'd prefer if you addressed me as Hoshino-sensei.
Mouth on this kid.
Ihara only seems to open up to you, Yagami-kun. So, if you talk to him again, do you think we'll find out something new this time?
I'll see what I can get out of him. Having another chat with him couldn't hurt.
Sounds good. Oh, and look after Saori for me, would you?
Sure, but Mafuyu, should you even be here? Won't the prosecution think you're double-crossing them?
What do you mean? I am just here to get dirt on the defense. Expect Prosecutor Takano to hear all about it.
Guess we better watch ourselves.
I still have some preparations to make. Yagami-san, why don't you go kill some time? I'll call you as soon as I'm ready. It shouldn't take long.
Sure thing.
I'm going to try and get in touch with Ihara's wife. Even though they're separated, Ihara may have shared details about Mikoshiba's murder with her. Oh, and Higashi-san will be there to help.
All right, well, I'm going to talk to the people here.
Ihara's status as either a sex offender or a murderer is the court's focus right now. Opinion split between who thinks the Mikoshiba murder footage is authentic and who doesn't.
Oh, I can't talk to Hoshino.
I'll call you once I'm ready. This may be our last meeting with Ihara-san before the appeal. Make it count, Yagami-san.
By the way, what's her face? Mamiya. She went home to her family, right? Like, Yagami couldn't, like, hold her. She's not, like tied up down in the arcade or anything, right?
Arcade's still raising hell around the city. Bunch of ex-Tojo guys have been especially loud and proud. Just watch your back out there. Not that I don't think you can handle it.
Don't forget how much pressure's on Saori right now. Ihara's trial has the police and prosecution on edge, so I'm sure it's a lot for Saori to handle by herself. But I'll do whatever I can on my end.
Boy, it is... It's not that I expected that, like, Yagami and Mafuyu would get back together. Yagami, in particular, seems very set against that, especially when, like, Kaito or whoever, like, brings it up. So, I'll tell you what, unless we get a ring on the phone, which does tend to happen, let's go back and see if there's any side cases at Yagami Detective Agency, because he does have his own board. It's not that I just naturally assumed that Yagami and Mafuyu would get back together, but I would have expected her to be more present in the story and then to maybe get a little bit of clarity on what was the nature of their breakup. Oh, here we go.
Sorry for keeping you, Yagami-san. We should head to the detention center. Where are you?
In Kamurocho. How about I take a cab and pick you up?
If you please. I'll be waiting.
Okay, so just grab a... I got 1300 SP for for riding my
I wish you hadn't.
skateboard down here. Okay, Yagami, shake it off.
And stay down.
Oh, wait. So, it's just get to a cab, is that it? He said, how about I grab a cab and I'll pick you up. So, I seem to have gone to the one part of the whole city that is the furthest away from all of the cabs. I guess we'll go here, unless somebody sees a closer cab, because I sure don't. Yeah, in the first game, Mafiu was a prominent secondary character, which was very interesting to me because, again, as we've talked about on a couple of occasions, they hired like a really like all-star voice cast, and she's played by Jeremy Lay, and she was less present than I would have expected in that story, and I thought, oh, well, with a sequel, for sure, they'd, like, have more Mafiu in it. Are you serious? No, it's right here, it's right here.
Isn't that just the worst? So the murder footage can't be used as evidence. I was hoping it'd be played in court for all to see.
Yeah, and if it was, it would prove your innocence and overturn your battery conviction, no problem. But the prosecution flat out refuses to accept you murdered Mikoshiba. There's no room for error. You could flat out confess and they would refuse to accept it.
Excellent. In the end, they'll lock me up for battery, and I'll get away with murder.
Yeah. We know all about what you and Kwana planned. We just don't have the evidence to prove it.
My condolences.
Which reminds me, you said you'd confess to killing Mikoshiba after you got out of prison, right? Then, as icing on the cake, you'd admit the battery charge was false and humiliate the law for letting a murderer walk free.
Exactly. The public must know that the law can't be trusted. Personally, I hope the media hops all over it.
I bet you do. So when that time comes, you'll need some decisive evidence of the murder so your confession holds water. Maybe you've got something like that in your back pocket already?
Not a bad reaction from Ihara. Maybe there's some hard evidence of Mikoshiba's murder.
Because we'd sure look good if we had some new evidence to take into the appeal.
That's why you geniuses came all the way out here. I told you I wouldn't admit to the murder in court. I have no intention of just handing it over.
Handing it over? So you're saying there is still a piece of evidence we don't know about?
What is it, Ihara-san?
Even if there was, you'll never get your hands on it. Didn't mean to get your hopes up.
What kind of material evidence, if there even is any, could Ihara be hiding? Well, the thing that makes the most sense would be he still has the murder weapon. We know that it was a bladed weapon, but maybe there's something unique about it, something distinctive that would lead to it. I mean, a knife is a knife is a knife, you would think, but maybe there's something about it that would stand out. Keeping a part of the corpse, I don't remember there being news about anything missing off the body, no missing teeth, no fingertips or anything like that. All the fingers were broken and left a calling card on the body. I mean, that's the other thing that could hypothetically be. The only thing that concerns me about he still has the murder weapon is that it was just a blade, as far as we know. But I'm going to say this one first.
The murder weapon. Kanagawa PD said the weapon used to kill Mikoshiba still hadn't been found.
Yet it appears in the footage without a doubt as to what it is. A knife. If it wasn't found at the murder scene, it's highly likely the suspect or an accomplice took it with them.
Any normal criminal would have just ditched it somewhere. Except you're anything but normal. You got revenge for your son, and you want to publicly humiliate the law for letting you pull it off.
Your point?
If you were cleared of the battery charges and confessed to Mikoshiba's murder without evidence, no one would buy it. You'd need something convincing. Busting out the weapon no one's found yet would do the trick. That one piece of evidence would flip the whole case on its head.
Well, look at you go. Then tell me, where do you surmise I've hidden this weapon?
Well, right after killing Mikoshiba and Ijinsho, you would have had to book it to Ikebukuro Station. You had accomplices with you.
And if that's the case, there would have been plenty of time to hide the weapon.
Yeah, so that's about as far as I've thought this out.
That's it? Then I'm done here.
Kawana's vanished, Ihara-san. Public security found out about him.
Public security?
Kawana wanted me to tell you he won't make it to the end of your revenge plan.
So, I'm the last man standing, am I? Well, he's already helped me plenty. I never expected to see him again anyway.
At this point, he won't be able to outrun them. If public security catches him, he'll get much worse than an unfair trial. Burying him will be the least they do.
What do you mean? What's going on?
You remember last time? If you don't recall, I said you'd grab the tiger by the tail.
And your tiger is public security?
Right. And they're out there on the warpath. Everything has to be brought into the light. We need what you did to be exposed. Kawana can't be saved in any other way. I need your help, Ihara-san.
Then you lose. I'll never admit to killing Hiro Mikoshiba in court. The system can die. It threw Toshiro away, and I won't lift a finger to save it. Kawana-san knew how this could end. We have our convictions. When this started, we knew it could end up costing our lives.
You knew going in, huh? And that's all? Is that what you tell yourself so you can sleep at night?
Maybe it is.
Yagami-san. Do you remember my original request to look into both Ihara incidents? I asked you to look into the train event, and then I asked you to look into Hiro Mikoshiba's murder. And now, I'm afraid I have to make one more request of you. Do you still carry your defense attorney's lapel pin? Ihara-san's trial. I'd like you to take the floor with me to defend him. It's going to be eventful. I think we should go as a team.
Sure about that? You know, my legal counsel isn't cheap.
I'll let Genda-sensei know about the invoice.
You got it. Count me in. You never know when something like this will happen. Check it out. I always have it on me.
I know that.
Huh? You do?
Yagami's invoice is significantly less expensive than the sexual harassment lawsuit that Saori-san could bring against Genda, so he's gonna pay up. Kaito-san and the others are looking for Kawana and Ijinsho. Is there anything left to do before I go back? Okay, things are gonna... Okay, so, This is what I call the point of no return warning. things are going to get pretty intense from here on out. So if there's anything you still want to do in Kamurocho, now's the time. You may want to save the game too. Note that you're in for the long haul, so you'll still be able to save along the way, but you may want to make some separate saves instead of overwriting anything prior to this point. Once you start the finale, there's no going back. Okay, that seems fairly clear. Let's save it just in case I accidentally do something dumb. So let's just grab our oldest save. We'll put it right there. So, it appears that if we go to Ijincho for any reason up to and including talking to Amasawa, then that's going to advance the plot. So let's just take a quick look around. The good news is we've done everything else. I mean, that was the whole point of the way that we've played. The reason that we would dedicate entire episodes to doing school stories. When we hit the end of the game, I wanted to have things as wrapped up as possible. Now, we don't have time left on the clock in the real world to, quote, be in it for the long haul. So I think that we might target episode 25 as being the finale episode. There might be an epilogue if we're unable to do the school stories ahead of there, because we cannot finish this playthrough without finding out the identity of the professor. Like, we've dedicated a tremendous amount of time and resources to that. But let's just check our job board up over here. Okay, let's see. How are jobs looking? Nope, we've got that. One thing that I definitely missed from the first game, and I think I've brought this up on a couple of occasions, but Yagami's landlady used to make him meals, and then he would review the meals for them. And I remember feeling very strongly that, like, she wanted earnest feedback on what how the meals tasted, and it was like a little mini game to find a way to be constructive about it, because like the first couple meals were inedible. They were mystery food X. So Yagami had to, like, there were different options, and I felt like we did a pretty good job of finding ones that were like, okay, here's some ways to improve, and that's how it was always focused on. Okay, so I'll tell you what. Actually, I thought I was treating this like a convenience store. I don't need any food right now. What I need, I just want to make sure that we're full up on healing items. Let's go to Ibisu Pawn. We are going to sell off any extra stuff that we've picked up. I don't think there's very much, because upon discovering that you could sell excess garbage for cash, should have been doing a bunch of that. All right, I'm here to sell. Let's sell off our paper plate. I guess we're probably not going to make a lot of use of those teardrop earrings. And there is actually nothing else to sell. Nothing that I want to sell anyway. Now, the last thing that I can think of is going to Papo Mart. Oh, wait, hold on. There's a giant squirrel here.
What the? This drawing.
The squirrel's listening for something. All right, well, I know what to do about that. It also had a giant number 1 on it, so we're probably going to, find some additional changes. This squirrel is wagging its tail. Oh! Wait, do we have access to Detective Dog here? We've never... I don't know how the Detective Dog would know to come to Kamurocho.
Good boy.
But here he is!
He's a good boy.
There you are.
Okay. Dog, can you do something? What are we doing? Oh, he wants to go this way. Okay. I couldn't tell if he was just following Yagami or if he had a destination in mind. Nope. He wants to go this way. He wants to go this way.
Attaboy.
Oh. This might be useful. Inharmonic. Is that... Yes, it was what we were looking for. All right. And now he's back from whence he came. Detective Dog returns to the ether. Okay, we did find an item. Is this person who... Do we see anybody distressed that they lost an item? Hello? No? Maybe over here? Never before has there been any difficulty figuring out who dropped the item. I don't see anybody around here. Is Yagami going to get busted for theft if he picks up the lost item but then doesn't return it to somebody? Oh well, that's going to be their problem. So, I don't want to get an extract shop. Let's go to a Papo Mart. Yeah. Now, Yagami has basically eaten and dranken nothing. I don't have any reason to believe that he needs to refill. I just want to make absolutely sure that we are topped off because, again, the closing rounds of the first game had a boss fight that went on for a very, very long time. Yes, yes. Okay, nope. We can have a bento lunch set. I'm just looking to see if we can. No, I don't need any cat food. I'm not sure that Yagami can eat that. And we've made maximum friends with cats, so... Nope, that's it. That is absolutely it. So, let me just look to make sure of what this says. If we go to tasks, make preparations and head to Ijincho. That's all it says. Do I have anything left to do before I go back? I need to go to Isazaki Ijincho to confirm. Yeah, no. So I'm going to just lay down one more save. We'll just overwrite the last save that we did, which is right here. And I'm going to go to Ijincho, but if that kicks off the next story beat, then we'll probably call the episode. Boy, I was not thinking that I was done playing. But I definitely know that we don't want to go much beyond this point, I wouldn't think. Well, let's go to Ijincho and see what happens.
Hello?
Doc, where you at right now?
Just got back to Yokohama, actually. You weren't spying on me, were you?
You just noticed? Everywhere you went, I know about it. And I mean everywhere.
Where are you right now?
Over at the Leomong's place. Hoshino-kun and Higashi are here too.
Oh, right. They mentioned they were going to Yokohama to see Ahara's wife or something.
Make your way over, will you? I need a full report, and I don't want to hear you were slacking.
Well, look at you taking charge. Anything else, boss?
Yeah, don't drag your feet along the way.
Yeah, that sounds like a come immediately sort of thing. I cannot envision that they're going to let us go do anything else. I'm just curious. Do you think that we can go on a date with Emily-chan? I bet... Well, let's go find out. Because that was the other thing I was thinking. We did go and buy those earrings for her. So maybe we can advance that story. Look at Yagami gets hit by one car and the other cars in line are just perfectly comfortable with it. Just, get out of the way. He'll move his arm. I won't run over it. I'm sure it won't be in my path by the time I get there. Alright. Hi, Emily-chan. It's Emily-chan. Okay, so we still have nothing to talk about, but I've got something for you. Wouldn't you like the same set of earrings that I already gave you? It's great. I promise to treasure it. Okay, let's give her a couple more. I've got something for you. Earrings. This will be her 4th set of the same exact earrings. Yes! Level up. Intimacy leads to popularity. Thanks, Takayuki. That was fun. Oh, is that it? We are dismissed. Okay. Well, we'll go outside, and then we'll see if there's any way to advance the story.
I'll be back.
Is that it? You know what? Maybe... Oh, receive new message. All right, so we'll go to the phone. Messages. It's Emily-chan. Hey, Takayuki. I'll be in today. It'd be awesome if you stopped by. I know. I'll ask if she wants any company while chilling out. Hey, Emily-chan, how about we kill some time before heading to the bar? You know, unwind a little. That sounds great. We can just hang out in town. Let's meet up at the station like always. Roger that. Okay, I'll head over to the station once I'm all set. I'm all set. I think. So she's probably going to be either a date symbol or a blue icon. The date symbol is right there, so... here we go. Broken barriers. So the last time we went on a date with Emily-chan, like, Yagami and Emily-chan both had a very good time, but when it came to... When he was walking her to the bar, she encountered a couple, like 3 people that she knew from her school days, and they were like, oh, look at Emily-chan. Oh, Emily-chan's like so antisocial, blah, blah, blah. And my running theory is that this goes back to when she maybe wasn't quite as fluent in Japanese, so she didn't, like, talk or hang out as much as she does now. Alright, so we're just gonna hang out against this sign. And the Yagami's like, let's do it like always, when they've only actually had one evening out together.
Takayuki!
Emily-chan, let's roll.
Yeah.
Okay, Takayuki, I'm in the mood for Chinese.
Gotcha.
Alright then, Chinatown it is. 5-star Chinese food, yes! Yeah. Might want to have that conversation with my wallet first. Oh, is she, blowing up your wallet? Getting too expensive? Yagami, you do have 1,000,000 yen in your wallet right now. So not get
Takayuki,
cheap on the food.
Didn't you say you also worked at a high school?
Yeah. I'm a club counselor over at Serio High. Like for the Mystery Research Club.
Oh, wow. So you work directly with the kids.
I wonder what you were like in high school.
I wasn't too different from how I am now. I went to some super generic high school in Tokyo. But I still had a good time.
I'm guessing you were popular, even back then.
I'd say I was. People would confess their undying love to me, like, all the time.
That's... wow.
Hey, where are you running?
Okay, that was on you, lady. Like, we were walking. I guess technically she had the crosswalk, but nonetheless. Okay, so we've made it to the Chinese food place. Whew, I'm stuffed. That was incredible. You must have been starving. Food always seems to taste better when I eat with you, Takayuki.
Yeah.
You mean it? Well, I'm glad to hear you say that. I'm kind of dying to know about what happened last time. What do I do? Should I ask her? I mean... No good. I can't get what happened before out of my head. Now I can't think of a topic. I gotta clear the air somehow. Come on, think. Alright, well... It's just good old Emily-chan. She's normally all smiles, but she has a sad look every so often.
What? Why are you staring?
Okay, so that's weird and creepy. How about a staring contest or sorry? Oh boy. So I don't like any of these. Well, I have to say, the last time that we were out with Emily-chan, he complimented her nails, and she like got so much liveliness meter out of it. It seems such a thing is the other two things, like sorry is like weird and awkward, and how about a staring contest? I'm gonna go with this. It feels like the least offensive of the three. Okay. Well, I was just thinking how beautiful you are.
Whoa, beautiful, you say? You're sweet. I get called cute all the time, but beautiful, not something I hear often enough. You're pretty beautiful yourself, Takayuki.
Okay, it wasn't like a huge bomb. It still doesn't feel good, but thanks. She ended up complimenting me. All right, so I still like maybe the what's it called? The staring contest was the correct thing. Are these really the only two options? We can't talk about anything in the restaurant though. Nope. All right.
By the way.
So is this your own outfit today?
Yeah, I decided to ditch the uniform today. The owner's sure been scowling.
I see.
Well, you definitely give off a different vibe with the bar outfit.
What about what I'm wearing now? Be honest.
We just did the whole beautiful thing. I'm gonna go with... See, the trouble with I like your outfit today feels like it's leaving room for not liking her outfit on the other days. I really like your girls bar outfit is straight up dismissive of what she's wearing today. So we'll go with you look great.
Yeah.
Yeah, you look great. Your fashion sense is sharp, really top notch.
Aw, well, thank you. Gotta say, it's hard to pull off leather and denim. Don't want to look like a cowgirl.
Hold on.
I don't get that impression at all. I think it looks perfect on you, Emily-chan. Also, Yagami himself wears leather and denim.
Thanks! This is my favorite outfit, so getting complimented is the icing on the cake. By the way, you totally rock the leather and denim look, Takayuki.
Oh, well, thanks. Didn't expect to be flattered myself.
I like how our fashion tastes match.
All right. Well, I don't think we can ask about that ring. Clearly, I'm missing something. Oh, maybe her bag. There we go.
Isn't that...
That's a lovely bag.
Right? A customer just handed it to me. I hear it costs a couple $100 grand.
Are you serious?
Seriously? What kind of customer just gave that to you?
A younger guy, maybe in his late 20s. He said he was the president of some mobile game company.
Oh.
So, he's the flashy entrepreneur type. Must be if he can afford a gift like that at that age.
But there's plenty of things more important than money, right?
Yeah.
Can't agree more.
Takayuki, what do you value more than money?
Well, geez, any of these are pretty good. The trouble with, I'd say, life is that it feels a little bit broad. Friends is really good, and then being yourself. I think that, especially based on what we know about Emily-chan and like her I guess desire to be your own person, I'm gonna go with being yourself. I mean, again, any of the three of these are good, but I feel like this is the one most pertinent. Being yourself. I wouldn't want to forget who I am just because of money.
Wow, that's pretty deep. I definitely feel you on that one. Hey, what's it like to be a detective? Is that when the real Takayuki comes out?
Yeah.
I'd say it feels rewarding, and it does let me be myself.
That's cool. I'm happy for you.
Emily-chan.
What about you, Emily-chan? Does your girls bar job let you be yourself?
I'd say so. I can pretty much do what I want on the job. And I like getting to talk to different people.
I see.
I bet. Seems like it suits you well.
Totally. I like what I do.
Yeah, we didn't hit maximum liveliness. It was probably the staring contest. Hey, Takayuki, so about last time. Oh? Yeah. You are curious, aren't you? Well, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't, but you only tell me what you feel comfortable telling me, okay? Well, Takayuki, I hope you're ready to hear me out. I feel bad that we didn't get up to liveliness. Of course. So you're okay with sharing this with me? Yeah. Those guys, they were my classmates back from elementary and middle school. Oh, yeah, I remember them saying something about a reunion. Yep, in Ijincho, where I went to school.
Hey.
What was their deal? They were kind of being jerks to you, Emily-chan. Well, I used to be friends with them, but, like, not friends. What does that mean?
Does that mean...
They were your friends, but they actually weren't? As far as anyone's concerned, they were friendly with me. When I first moved to Japan in elementary school, I didn't understand the language too well yet, and I didn't know anybody. But I really didn't like spending time with them. They were always teasing me. Teasing you how? Stuff like calling me gaijin, talking to me in bad English accents, the way I looked. It would be annoying, Emily-chan, if somebody was doing a bad English accent to or near you. It'd be very, very annoying, I'm sure. They'd lie about what some words meant when they taught me Japanese. I'd say embarrassing stuff and the whole class would laugh at me. That's messed up. Yeah, but I didn't know anyone else in Japan. I had no other choice but to be friendly back. They'd tease me non-stop, but I'd just keep smiling through it all. I hated it. That must have been really tough for you. Yep. But what I hated more than anything is when they'd make fun of my middle name. My favorite grandma's the one who gave it to me. Is that why you won't tell anyone your middle name? Yeah, I've been kinda neurotic about it ever since. It's just my poor grandma. Emily-chan. Japanese people seem to have no problem commenting on the way others look. That totally wouldn't fly in other places.
Yeah.
Actually, you might be right about that. Is that why, like, it feels so weird? Hello to Grumpy, who says poke a moo. Well, I think that might be your job, but Moo might be around. Is that why it's like it's okay if Yagami's just like, oh, you're so beautiful? Because like at least here in America, that would come off as like very uncool. Just very, very shallow, very surface level, very like, oh, you're so hot. And it's not like really about who the person is, but just how they look. And it's like, it doesn't come off as complimentary, and it really comes off as a lot more creepy. So I wonder if that's it. Like she said, like, oh, here it's like people just talk about how you look all the time. It could be a cultural thing. There are more Japanese people in Japan than any other race, obviously. Any kid who moves from overseas is going to stand out. That's why some inconsiderate people tease and discriminate against anyone different from them. I hate being made fun of like that.
Emily-chan.
Last time you said you wanted to get out of Ijincho, right? Is this why? Yeah. Got some pretty crappy memories in this city. I actually got scouted by a girls' bar in Kamurocho too, which is why I've been so torn over it. Yeah, that makes sense. I just don't want to do the same thing I did last time. Having to give up work and run back home. Yeah, I think we all go through times where what we want to do, where all we want to do is run away.
Hey!
So, Takayuki, do you have any memories you wish you could forget? Memories I wish I could forget, huh? Well, yeah. Really? Even you, Takayuki?
Yeah.
Of course. And you know what? I ran from them too.
Huh?
No way. Really? It was back when I had a different job. There was someone I couldn't trust completely, so I just ran. I was terrified of being betrayed, so I chose not to face it. That's when I became a detective. Does that awful memory haunt you even now?
Yeah.
It does. But I've more or less come to terms with it. It was about 3 years ago.
Takayuki.
You're a strong person, Takayuki. At least one of us thinks so. Can't tell you how often I've doubted myself, but I had plenty of people to help me overcome it. And did that help you find closure? Yeah, in a way. No way to change the past, so I can't really say it's completely behind me. But even the most painful memories can become the fuel you need to push yourself forward. You can make something good out of a painful past. Really?
Yeah.
Absolutely. The way I see it, painful memories serve their own kind of purpose. That said, it's never easy when you're the one dealing with them. Yeah, I guess that's true. Force is home! Awesome! That was pretty fun, Takayuki. Yeah, I had a good time too. Now, let's head to the bar. We're just getting started. I have a feeling those punks are gonna be there. Yeah, Emily-chan doesn't know how to speak Japanese.
Oh, we're going?
Well, that depends on where Girls Bite is. Okay, so it's right there. Come on. Can we hold hands? No? No? Okay. I'm not trying to walk ahead of you. Come on. Come on. No? Alright, so we're just gonna go. I don't like this.
Takayuki, I just wanted to say thank you.
Huh?
Talking to you really helped take a load off.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm. The fact that even painful things can motivate you. That's a powerful secret.
Even though there's some things you'd rather forget, no?
True. But forgetting's not so easy. I spent so much time trying to run from the past. But once I confronted it head on, I learned it could push me forward.
I ought to take a leaf from your book.
Forrest is saying, I wish I could forget this conversation. And Ricardio's got to turn in. It says good night and good night. Have a great rest of the stream. Ricardio, thank you so much for hanging out, and thank you for the fun Fortnite stream earlier today. I hope you also have a great evening. Hopefully we'll have a chance to see you tomorrow. Anybody that's here, do know that twitch.tv/morethanamia should be live tomorrow for Subnautica Sunday, as will Samalander. Here, this one's on me. It's my way of saying thanks for today. Oh, you sure? Thanks. Hey, Emily-chan. You gonna chat up that pretty boy the whole time or what? Come over here already. I will when I feel like it. Oh, then you better believe this old fart's gonna come by every day until you do feel like it. Oh, look, there's orange slices in one of the other jars. I guess those are cherries. Mochizuki, you here? It's them. There you are! Freaking Mochizuki, the weirdo, actually works at a girls' bar? I don't believe my eyes. Her Japanese was so shady. Oh, get me a whiskey on the rocks. Oi! You know I said whiskey on the rocks, right? Or do you still not understand Japanese? Is that it? Hey, remember that time Mochizuki came to class and she thought she said good morning, but she totally said something else? What did she say again? You should know Mankichi. She's the one who taught, you're the one who taught it to her. Oh yeah, poop. Okay, wow, that really is. I was gonna think like maybe they're laughing at her for saying like good day or something, but no, she apparently just got up and yelled poop. That was so hilarious.
Hey.
Speaking of, that's enough crap out of you. Nice. What the hell do you want? Think you're hot shit, huh? Cause you're really starting to piss me off. Mankichi, show me some of your boxing moves. Beat the shit out of him. Yagami, take this outside. Oh, I like the sound of that. You get to be my sandbag. Hope you're ready for a pounding. Let's say, yeah, take this out front. I don't want to cause trouble for the bar. By trouble, mean shatter everything into splinters. Oh, for real? Sweet. Just so you know, I used to be in the boxing club. Really? The boxing club back in high school? Huh. They probably got one over on me then, because I'm not sure that I can, box that well. Hasn't really come up in the last 3 hours. For crying out loud, you are such a jerk. You tricked a girl into shouting poop. Here, whiskey on the goddamn rocks. What? Surprised I'm fluent in Japanese now? Well, guess what? I think I've forgotten a ton of my English. Huh? You serious? You really forget your English? Yes, I'm serious. The other day, some foreigner asked me something in English, and I replied in Japanese. Sorry, I don't speak English. Huh? For real? That's hilarious. I mean, you could have at least said I'm sorry in English. Yeah, at times like that, it just doesn't come out. I mean, you've been a total airhead since forever, Mochizuki. Like that time during dodgeball when you kicked the ball. Yeah, and you nailed Mankichi right in the face. That was for making me say poop. So that was for poop. So that was for poop. Unbelievable. She flipped her move like a light switch, even though she had awful memories with these people. That's our #1 gal, Emily S. Mochizuki.
Yeah.
She really is something. I am disappointed we didn't get to punch that man. Oh, maybe we still can. Thanks for today. Hey, Mochizuki? Yeah? Back when we were kids, I'm sorry about all that. We were really mean to you back then. No! Yo! You were mean to her right now! You don't now get to be like, oh man, we're so much different than we used to be. I feel really bad about how we used to be. Bro, you came in twice. Oh boy, that makes me angry. There's a couple things that really touch me off. One is falsified intimacy, like imaginary intimacy. Like those VR girlfriend simulators that you see like advertised on Steam and stuff. Those weird me out in a way that I have trouble expressing in language. That is so... I've talked about this before. It's the idea of somebody becoming emotionally attached to a piece of software that's designed to elicit that reaction. That just... It absolutely sets my nails on edge. The second thing is the completely hollow, false apology, where it's like this trio came to confront. They came here because they heard Emily-chan was here. When they saw her, they immediately started mocking her again. And now this sack of shit is gonna stand and be like, oh man, I feel so sorry about how we used to be. Fuck off. Holy shit. Huh? I mean, we knew you hated it, but teasing you got a rise out of everyone else, so we kept doing it. Yeah, I know we were just kids, but thinking back on it now, we probably said some terrible things. You were all piss drunk last time you were here. Now it's a different day. Oh. Now it's a different day. Same story. Do you remember what you said to me? Sorry. Can't remember. I had a little bit too much to drink. But I'm really sorry. Both for today and for when we were kids. Okay, at least she called them out for doing it today. Right? At least she didn't just like accept it at face value. Actually, didn't you have a crush on Mochizuki back then? Isn't that why you always teased her? What the hell, dude? Shut up!
Huh?
Seriously? You know how when a kid likes a girl, he teases her and tries to get her attention? Kinda like that. Well, don't let the way Mankichi looks fool you, Mochizuki. You ever believe he's raking in $6 million at our age too? So what do you think about Mankichi? Yay or nay?
No thank you, I think.
Was that right? What the... That's when you bust out your English? Wow, I would have liked to have heard that if we had Japanese voiceovers. Would it have just been her saying no thank you, just like it was? Well, anyway, sorry, and besides, I already like someone else. Are you kidding me? Emily-chan, you're one tough girl. Yeah, did I? I'm just concerned that I didn't say goodnight to Ricardo. Ricardo, I do hope you have a great night. Damn, nice. I was just planning on kicking their asses and chasing them off. Honestly, I don't think I would have stopped you. I wouldn't even have given them the time of day if I wasn't at the bar.
I guess so.
Good point. It's my job, after all. And I didn't want to keep this crappy memory all bottled up anymore. Ah, I see. And you know what? If I ever run into them again, I'll be just fine. So you think you'll be okay staying in Ijincho?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Good. Glad to hear it. Hey, Takayuki. So listen.
It's Susie.
Huh?
My middle name.
Does that mean...
Wait a minute. I thought you only told people you liked what your middle name was, right?
Takayuki!
Tell you what, Takayuki. Next time, let's meet someone somewhere other than the bar. You know, not as an escort. Are you saying you'll go on a date with me? Yep. Well, you've made me one happy guy. Then I'll give you a call. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Sure thing. I can't wait. All right, so I absolutely positively do not want to spend an evening, like, trying to rank up, Emily-chan anymore. This, like, that may be the last that we do of that side case. On the absolute off chance that we can go interact with Amasawa, let's head over to the school. And I don't think it will, because the last time it was like, oh, I'll meet you during the daytime. And then when it was daytime, like, oh, I'll meet you at noon. Specifically noon. No earlier, no later. Noon. 12 o'clock sharp. That's when Amasawa wants to meet. Famously punctual Amasawa. Grumpy says, if a girl punches you in the face, she doesn't like you, she's threatened by you. Oops. That's probably a good rule of thumb. The girl punches you in the face, not interested. No means no, and punch means punch. So, I am... maybe I will fight this guy. It's not that I need the money right now, I just want to make sure I don't need the money later.
And stay down.
Since that guy always, like, rides solo, we never get a chance to pick up his sledgehammer and use it. Alright, so I've picked up 25,000 points. I don't remember if there was something specific that bullets don't hit you while you're in the air. Well, bullets rarely hit him anyway, but we can now do the Raptorial Spirit, which was one of the new abilities we just picked up. So upon evading and slipping behind an enemy, they'll lose sight of you, and it may also frighten the enemy. I personally approve. Let's see if we can do that at least once.
Great.
I did not successfully vanish from his sight.
Let's go.
I very much enjoy the fact that they put in the, oh, I can't do it twice, I guess. The submission versions of these, where he doesn't hit them, he just makes it very clear that he could have shattered their skulls. Okay, but wait, I want to do the raptorial spirit. I don't know how you're supposed to get behind him, though. Okay.
What a waste.
Whoops, 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 whoops. Yeah, at least for me, and, you know, just for me, it's not that I have any specific objection to Emily Chan. She just, I don't know. Yagami and I have different types, I suppose. I like the story details that we've extracted. Yeah, no, we can't go to the Mystery Research Club room. Or more specifically, we can. There's just no point in doing so because she's just gonna, oh, Yagami, how are you? I'm fine, Amasawa. We spent what I feel like was the last several weeks putting together a case about who the professor is. Maybe you'd like to discuss that at some point. No, I'm good. I've decided to retire from the Mystery Research Club. I'm going to go to the esports club and play Virtua Fighter 5 from now on. And there was one other point of question that I had. I know I can easily imagine what happens at the motorcycle club, and I'll be very happy if I never have to do another motorcycle race again. I will reiterate what I said at the end of the last episode. The motorcycle club race wasn't like the worst thing in the world. It wasn't like super hard, but it was not very well designed at any point. And if there was one activity that I would like to see them excise from a future Judgment game, it would be that motorcycle racing thing. It doesn't feel particularly good. I didn't enjoy it as an activity. Usually when I'm saying, like, here's something that I didn't like, I want to give some specific commentary on what, like, let's be constructive about it, right? Rather than just saying, like, oh, I don't like it. Like, what would you do to fix it? The specific thing that I would do to fix that motorcycle race is half of it. Cut all of that motorcycle stuff by 50%. Half as many characters. Half as many races. The races should be half as long. That is my feedback about the motorcycle races. When you compare the motorcycle races out against, like, the photography club, the esports club.
Let's do this.
I'm trying to think of, like, another one that was, like, just especially short. And, like, to be clear, I don't object to the idea that those ones were short. I'm going to say that, like, you know, they don't have to replace the motorcycle content with something else. They just have to have less motorcycle content, and I would be 100% happy with it. Well, sorry, 100% happy with that outcome, I guess I should say. Because that really was it. I think in small doses, the motorcycle club stuff is inoffensive. It's not like it's horrible to control. It's not like you're trying to fly in Superman 64 or something like that. But it's simultaneously very, very basic, but also goes on at such length compared to some of the other activities. But now, by contrast, here's another thing. If there had been, like, one additional dance, like, not double, but, like, maybe one additional dance routine that you did with the dancing troupe, I would have been on board with that. I really enjoyed that. I'm probably here for nothing, but I'm just curious. No. Alright, yep, I've got all the skills. And that's done. So you can spar. I don't know why I would. Okay. Would I like to quit? Okay. I guess you could go back and spar if you wanted to raise your boxing skills, but why? Like we did it. We reached maximum boxitude. So yeah, what happens tomorrow? Well, Sam Melander has finished up his run through Factorio, and what a run it was. Sorry, and we should really say, like, quote-unquote Factorio, because what Sam Melander did was well beyond the scope of what most people would look at and say, this is Factorio. And now has moved on to Star Sector, which, I will say again, just like Sam Melander and, well, Cara Luna in particular, Cara Luna was, okay, you could see me trying to cross the road, lady. Cara Luna was such a good evangelist for SnowRunner. I'm honestly trying to remember if I don't remember if Sam Melander did a lot of SnowRunner or not. I see the man with a gun. I want to get the man with the gun. But it's a great example of like this Twitch effect where you see people playing a game, you're like, man, that looks like fun. And that's what they're doing right now with Star Sector. Sam Melander and Cara Luna are so good at making Star Sector look like an amazing game, and I suspect that that's because it is an amazing game, but the developer of the game could do a lot worse than to bring Cara Luna and Sam Melander on board as official evangelists for the product. Because I've heard of Star Sector, we've talked about this, I've heard of Star Sector, I just was unprepared for how much I would like the look of it. Okay, so this is it. This is the next section of the main story, and it is late enough that we're going to... So where do I want to... I want to save it... This was our... Yeah, so now we're going to save here. So this final chapter, the second to oldest final chapter is the one that I want to make sure not to overwrite. But yeah, so tomorrow, Sam Melander will be continuing, I suspect, with his... I have saved manually. With his Star Sector campaign, and then right around noon, I believe that More Than Amiya will be going live with her most recent episode of Subnautica Below Zero. I have absolutely no idea how far into the game she is, because I have not been able to watch that live playthrough, but... Other people probably know, and based on the number of hours spent and the fact that the Subnautica games are rather famously survival crafting games that don't waste your time, I suspect that she's very, very deep into it. I don't know how close to the end, but probably into the back half would be a safe guess, because I know that she's been making very, very rapid progress. And then after that, it depends a little bit on the hour. My expectation is that there's probably several hours left of Lost Judgment. I think that when they say that you're in it for the long haul, they probably mean the long haul. So whether or not episode 25 is the last or not, it's either going to be the last by way of like a 5-hour stream, or it'll be the second to last, and I suspect that we'll do episode 26. And I'm cool with that. Like, we don't have to end on like a milestone number like 20 or 25. We will go until... we don't, right? But no matter what happens with the main story, my commitment is, I know I've often talked about when I hit credits, I'm done. We are not ending this playthrough until we do the rest of the school story. I mean, if I hit at some blockade where it's like physically impossible for me to like do it, like I was sort of concerned the motorcycle race, we'll readjust that. But my goal 100% is to see those school stories through. I want to learn the identity of the professor and see all of that done, because I've enjoyed that aspect of the game. I do not play this as a completionist adventure. I am not interested in getting 100% or getting a platinum on the trophy. I've done the school stories because by and large I've enjoyed the characters and the storytelling and the the journey that we've been on, and I want to see that through. So whether or not that happens before or after credits as an epilogue episode, so be it. On our way out, I was sort of like talking here about some of the things that I'd want to cover at the end of the game, and there will be so much to talk about with Lost Judgment that I realize that I'm very concerned that if over credits or an epilogue or something like that, I just want to make absolutely sure that I don't leave it unsaid in all of the conversation that we'll have about the characters and the mechanics and the story arcs that we've seen and various points where my opinion on it has vacillated. In deconstructing whatever happens in the final act of this game, let's not one time forget that Lost Judgment is a playthrough that was specifically intended is maybe not quite the right word, but it is in memory of our very, very good friend Tashir Rizé, who died in 2021, and we continue to miss him. And I talked during the very first episode of this playthrough that Lost Judgment was something that had originally been tentatively scheduled to happen right around the time the time that the game came out, but was delayed because we knew that Tashir wouldn't be able to be here at that time because he had been sick for a long time, and it was sort of like holding off because Original Judgment was one of the playthroughs that we did here that he had really enjoyed, and I know that he had been very much looking forward to seeing the sequel, or even better, to playing the franchise himself once it came over to PC. And I also said this isn't going to be something that we call to mind during every single episode, because ultimately it's a relatively light-hearted detective story about, punching people and solving a lot of problems with your fists, or pretending to dress up as an animated billboard like we saw in this episode. But Tashir has never been far from my mind when I've been playing this, and there's been so many moments, so many characters, so many beats that I'm like, boy, I think Tashir really would have enjoyed this as a playthrough. And I realized that on the back end here, I just wanted to be very sure that I didn't leave that unsaid here in the final moments. We're not at the end, obviously, but just in case that particular motivation for this playthrough were to slip my mind because we're so taken with like all of the judgment of it all, I wanted to make sure that it was called out here. That's all I can say about it, really. So I just wanted to touch on that. And hello to both Diesel and Trienne. If I go beyond this, it will get it'll get a lot more real. So we'll call it here. But this playthrough is at least in part in his memory. And as we were talking about now I'm just repeating myself. Sorry, it's still a tough topic, and that's all. So rather than dwelling on this beyond that point, what we'll do is go find somebody fun to raid. I very, very much want to thank everybody for joining me for this, and yeah, join us in it. So let's just talk briefly, just one last point. If not tomorrow for any reason, we will not be playing Lost Judgment on Monday, because that'll be Wilder Myth Monday. So the next most likely target for our finale episode, or quasi-finale episode, will be this coming Tuesday. I just want everybody to have that information. So one final time, thank you very, very much to Marquack for the cheering the 1500 bits. Thank you to everybody who has been here to chat and participate, and a huge thank you to Drienne and Deanna. Oh gosh, I want to make sure that I know the first part was Deanna. I just want to make sure that I get the rest of it for the gigantic raid, and for everybody to hang out, and all the new follows as well. I'm not sure this will go back far enough. I'm very concerned that it doesn't. Deanna on fire. Yes, Deanna on fire, and I want to make sure that we throw a follow back to Deanna after this so that I can hopefully return that favor. As I tend to say, when you're throwing a raid over to an unknown Twitch channel, you have no idea what you're going to find. You don't know if the person is going to disregard the raid. You don't know if they're going to be like, oh, only that number of people or something like that. You don't know if they're going to be like broadly incompatible with the tone and style of your stream. So anytime we get like a stream from, a raid from a heretofore unknown streamer, that's it's a big vote of trust. And I would love to pay that trust back by throwing a raid back to Deanna at the next opportunity. We continue to do that for other surprise raids that we got from folks like Cerulean Hills, for Kokodama, for the Killer Bits. I always look for opportunities, as we do with so many of the streamers that we know better. This has turned into a long outro, so I'm going to cut it here. But you guys, thank you guys very, very much, and we'll see you again in the days to come. Actually, so sorry, because it turns out that I just have a million things to say. Diesel, I know that you have been on your 21-day internet fast. Your presence here, does that mean that are you near the end of that? Has that come to a close? We've been watching Twitter, but I haven't seen any announcements one way or the other. Either way, I hope you've done very, very well. Diesel, I think at least once a year, takes like a 3-week break away from the internet and all things digital. And if that has come to a close now, welcome back. And if you, it is over. Okay, awesome. Welcome back, Diesel. Very much looking forward to your next stream. Now let's go find somebody fun to raid. It was a very long outro, but I had a couple things that I wanted to cover. You guys, thank you so much, and I hope you have a great night.